Oh yeah, that's how we do it. I had to show the intro. Had to get the intro going.
Yeah, you're making me look good on those clips. Thanks, man. Those workout clips there.
David, how you doing, my brother? How's everything?
Everything's good, man. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for coming to the Movie Dojo. Thanks for being on the podcast. Yeah, thanks for being on the podcast and hanging out with the old samurai to samurai. That's right.
Yeah, it's appreciate it, man. It's like Van Damme and Rodman.
Yeah,
you got the colored hair like Rodman. I got the kicks like Van Damme. We're good, man.
That's right. Defense wins the game, right?
That's true.
Gets the glory. Yeah. All right. Awesome. This is great, man. This is great. I'm so glad you're able to stop by from your busy schedule, from making awesome videos. Let's see who else is here from the Movie Dojo Army showing up right now. Oh shit, we got martial arts and action movie directors came to show up to hang out today. Director Ranjit. Wow. What's going on, brother? Yeah, he's got an upcoming film coming out, Exile, starring Sonny Pang and a lot of the some other Raid badasses from the Raid film. So thanks, Ranjit.
Movies, man.
Yeah, thanks, Ranjit. We can talk about those a little bit later.
Sure.
Thanks, Ranjit, for stopping by. Appreciate it. We got Phat78 in the house. Can you see the comments? Or are you on private chat right now? You should be able to switch over from private chat to comments.
Okay. Hang on a second. Yeah. Oh, there they go.
There you go. All right. We got Phat in the house. I love food. John Bonnie, Nate Dogs, Tyler, Heather. Oh, yeah. That's right. Kevin Lambert in the house. Orlando. That's right. 19 badasses watching already. Tuning in. Slowly trickling in. That's right. The assassins, samurais, and ninjas always show up to the Movie Dojo to hear this knucklehead talk about movies, which is what we love doing. It's the whole point of the channel. Talk about all genres, but there's a particular genre that kind of scratches the fucking action itch. You know what I'm saying? Action movies in the martial arts genre. You know what I mean? I love horror. I love all of them. I love them all. But there's just something about action that gives you that adrenaline rush. You know, it makes you want to flex to look like Viking Samurai. You know what I'm saying?
All these movies inspired me, man.
Yeah. So I want to let chat know. We got 19 people here now. Thanks again. Already getting likes and loves and appreciate it. Appreciate the support, chat. Just want to let you guys know who have just arrived. We have special guest tonight on the podcast, David Anthony. That's right. The Viking Samurai. That's right. He's here hanging out with us. I came across his channel. And I wanted to see who else on YouTube is ripping off my name. Let's see here. I used to call myself the Pineapple Viking in the past. What is going on here? No, I'm just kidding. I said, maybe I should challenge this guy. We'll meet on the beach in the sunset, and we'll hash it out. And then I saw you with your shirt off, and you did some spinning roundhouse kicks and some nunchucks. I was like, you know what? It's all good. You know,
could have had a true Viking duel on the beach, but
I know.
This is better, though, right? This is safer.
I was just like, no, I saw that physique, and I was like, no, I'm good. You know, there's enough room on YouTube for more than one samurai. But the two samurais are here tonight, combining powers, talking about movies, action genres, all the good stuff, martial arts films. And I came across your videos, and I was like, okay, we got a badass here who knows his shit. All right, he knows, from watching a lot of your videos, you know what you're talking about. You have the knowledge, which is awesome, right? And then I look in the background, I was like, oh yeah, he's one of our peeps. Oh yeah, I saw Cyborg poster in the back. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is one of my guys right here. This is my guy right here. I got to watch more of this guy's stuff.
Hey, out of curiosity, though, did one of my videos just show up in your recommendations, or how'd you come across it? Do you remember?
To be honest, I don't remember. I think it was fate from the martial arts movie gods. That's right.
I must have been,
That's
man.
right. Put it together. But yeah, it's what else you got back there? I know the collection back there is
Oh, we
insane.
got. We
Any
got good
treasures?
stuff. Here's what will probably impress you the most.
Oh
Two
yes.
copies of Derailed. That movie's so good. It's Derailed. It's an
I've been
inside joke on my channel. I hate that
yeah.
movie, guys. But my
I
brother, when I moved real quick, my brother put his copy in my moving box, and I'm not going to throw it away or anything. So I have two copies, and I like to throw them off.
Right, just the fact that you have two copies. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting for the 4K Steelbook remastering of the film. Hopefully,
That's
in the
only a matter of
future.
time, man.
Yeah, because it's high demand.
Yeah. Big time.
As much as I love Van Damme, and we'll get into that later because I know that's your boy, and
Oh, yeah.
I like I love me some Van Damme too. It kind of became a punchline. Some of the titles for his movies around that time, with when I saw Derailed. And then I watched Derailed. I was like, yeah, his career is kind of derailed at this moment.
Yeah, and I made a comment in one of my videos that was like the first movie. Like, I'm just blindly buying these Van Damme straight to DVD movies, and I don't love them, but they're Van Damme, so I'm buying them.
Yeah.
And that was the one I watched, and I was like, I don't know if I could just buy them anymore. I still want to watch them because I have to, but I don't know if I want to own them anymore.
Right. No, I got you. But we love these guys, and that's why we're here today. We're here to talk about them, some of our favorite movies, to show love for these badasses, old and new. That's right, mostly the old guard, but we're gonna get into it today. Oh, there we go. Heather says, anyone that loves Cyborg is my friend. There you go.
Good deal. Yeah, check my channel out. I got a couple of Cyborg videos on there, so you're gonna like that.
Yes. So again, those of you who are just tuning in, got 22 badasses watching right now. Make sure you guys head over to David's channel, the Viking Samurai. That's right. Head over there, subscribe. What's going to happen is once you start clicking on one video, you're going to go down a rabbit hole. Now, when people say they go down a rabbit hole, it almost sounds like a negative thing. It's not a negative thing in this case.
Not in this case. It's a great thing.
No, you're going to keep clicking on the next video. You're going to binge watch because he's got some really great intel and he interviews some awesome guys. We'll get into the Stephen Lambert interview a little bit later. But yeah, make sure you head over there, subscribe, and show support from our other brother from the movie dojo. Now, that's right. You. That's it. We've donned you. That's it.
Yeah, I'm part of the dojo now, guys. I'm in, man. I'm in the club now.
All right, but yeah, so let's talk a little bit about you before we get into our favorite movies and favorite action stars.
Sure.
Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about you here. Hold on one second. Let me bring this up here. Okay, so number one, I think it's unfair that you have this body. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to boot you off the show now. That's it. It's not right.
That's
it's
all
not right.
natural, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I put this on my channel. Like, the main thing is like the 80s and 90s badasses, martial arts, action movies, but I do a little bit of fitness stuff that I talk about on the channel. Like, I break down Stallone's physique and training for Rocky IV, videos like that.
Yeah.
And some of my own training, but I always say, set the bar high because you could get pretty good results naturally, even though a lot of people don't necessarily think you can. So I try to promote that because a lot of people just say, oh, the guy's on stuff. It's like, well, I mean, a lot of guys are, but there's a lot of guys that look pretty good too that aren't. So,
Yeah. So what got you into bodybuilding? What motivated you to get into
Jean-Claude Van Damme and Sylvester Stallone, man. Like, I grew up. I never had cable growing up because my parents were either too cheap or too poor, probably a combination of the two. Okay. But my dad had Rambo First Blood Part 2 and Rocky IV on video cassette. So I literally watched those movies every day, like every single day. And then, when I got my copy of Bloodsport and Lionheart and all that stuff. So that's pretty much what I grew up watching.
Nice. Look at that. You already got subscribers already.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, Orlando.
The Viking Samurai Army is showing up. That's why we do it. Let's see here. Oh, director Ranjit's got a question for you. He says, Anthony, I say this is with the most respect, but you look like it's maybe Chuck Norris. Oh, he's talking about Chuck Norris in his younger days.
Hey, I'll take it, man. I got like the Norris beard going. So
yeah.
I got some Norris back here. Look at this. It's his official book of facts. Because when everybody made fun of him with all those memes and
The Chuck
Like
Norris facts,
he came out with his official, like this is the real stuff, not the joke stuff everybody talks about. This is for real.
Nice. He approves. That's right. He approves of the
Yeah,
book. That's how we do it. But yeah, the physique is insane, and that, believe it or not, so keep up the good work, my friend.
Oh, yeah, of course.
But believe it or not, old Samurai's back on the workout train. That's right. Today, got in there, bootleg gym in the garage. Said, "Fuck it,
nice.
I'm gonna lift." That's right. Did some bench press. That's right. Got it going. That's right. Got to get back in that shape.
You feel alive. You got to get back in, especially because you were trying to set that duel up on the beach earlier. So you really got to get motivated.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while before we hash that out. But yeah, I was watching some of your videos and like, I need to start getting back into it because I did a really good job for a while and I lost a lot of weight. Well, for me, I'm so huge. A lot of weight still going. It's going to look like, hey, I lost 30 pounds, and you can look at me and be like, where? Your wrist, right? But progress is progress, right? But, life happens. Life happens, and you get distracted. So now I'm back on it. I can't wait to work. I got that good sore. You know what I'm saying? I got that good sore. Can't wait to work out tomorrow.
Nice.
And so I'm back on it. So in 1 year, PhatSamuraiGuy is going to go from this to this.
I'm almost thinking in 1 year you might have to change your name again. You went from Pineapple Samurai to Phat Samurai. Now you're going to have to be another samurai. I don't
know. Might have to change it. We'll see in the future. But yeah, so that's pretty awesome. Like, what did you start at like late teens or mid?
So I started at like 14 as like an extremely like skinny kid. Which is why I also took up martial arts because, I didn't necessarily get bullied, but I felt threatened. Like there were bullies around making comments and I did feel threatened. I didn't feel safe. So I needed something to like empower myself by. And that's why I gravitated so much towards Van Damme. I'm like, look, here's this skinny dude with glasses. And, no offense, but he was pretty pathetic back then. So was I. So I'm like, he transformed himself. This is my inspiration. I got to do that. I started at 14 though. But when I started, I was literally like not even 100 pounds.
Wow.
But then by the time I got to 16, it was insane because I almost got like this big, So I got up to like in 180 at 16 from under 100 pounds at 14. So pretty insane. Woo. Kind of hit the growth spurt while all the lifting was working out. So
nice.
Yeah.
You got my homie here, the sexy sumo goes, what the fuck? This dude is too ripped. I shall never take my shirt off again.
He's gonna shower with his clothes on. He said. It'll save him time doing laundry, right? Just shower and laundry at the same time. Yeah, multitask.
Right? Oh man, it's all right, Sumo. We're both working out too. It's all right. We getting you back in it too. We got super chat here real quick. Bo, what's going on? Thanks for the super chat. He goes, versus idea, Nowhere to Run versus Perfect World. Interesting. Two 1993 movies, Costner versus JCVD, both about escaped convicts who make an impact on a young boy. Interesting. That's an interesting versus. I don't know if I'd do it. I would have to think about that.
I've never seen Perfect World. I thought he was talking about Waterworld when he mentioned Costner. I'm like, what? Perfect?
No, it's actually directed by Clint Eastwood. It's actually
really? Clint Eastwood movie? I can't believe I've never heard of it.
It's one of the most underrated movies.
Like unknown in my universe.
Yeah, it's really, it's a really good movie. That's interesting, Bo. That's an interesting versus. Yeah. We'll have to see. There you go, Jacked Samurai. Orlando's talking about me. Yeah, thank you, Orlando. I appreciate it. I'm just kidding. Oh, there you go. There you go. Do some Total Gym promos, Viking. There you go.
Total Gym with the Chuck Norris. We're on that Chuck Norris wave still. Okay.
Oh, we're having a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, I bought a Total Gym and I broke it.
Oh, you did? Oh, wow. You know what? It's funny because I used to have those Chuck Norris punching bags and I broke those.
Oh shit! Look at you.
I will say this. Say that shittiest design ever because the way the stitching was on the bag, there were 3 sections. So if you kicked like where that stitching was after a while, it would just rip. It's like the dumbest design ever.
Huh?
So we both broke Chuck Norris equipment. Essentially, is where I'm going with that.
So you got to brag about it. You got to brag about it. You know, hey, I broke Chuck Norris's equipment. I did too, goddammit. But it just wasn't flattering. It wasn't flattering. I say you this though. Before I broke the motherfucker, it worked. It actually worked because you're using your weight as your I was just too damn big and I wasn't gentle with equipment. I would just jump on it.
You're playing with free weights in your garage now, though, right?
I got kind of a bootleg cheap gym.
Okay.
Like kind of like, you know, we ordered it and it's put it together. It's kind of bootleggish, but I do have I got some dumbbells in there, and I got the so I can do some the punching guy they call. So
the Bob guy.
Do a little bit of Muay Thai and shit like that.
Nice.
But but let's talk about we did the bodybuilding stuff, which is awesome, man. Congrats for getting the physique that you got there. At this point, at my age, I'm just trying to slim down, a little tone. I'm good. No more. That's all I need at my age right now.
You're not entering any Kumite matches.
That's it. No, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. Maybe on the beach against you for fun. Hey, at least I fought him. At least I fought him before I lost, but we did it, But we're all having fun here. But yeah, I mean, I take in terms of martial arts. Obviously, you're like way surpassed me. But it's interesting when I enjoyed your video on the '90s stars with talking about Jeff Speakman and
we had Philip Ree, Mark Dacascos.
Yes, that was a good video.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, that was a really good video, and that reminded me of when I met Jeff Speakman way long time ago. Yeah, great guy. It was a martial arts convention, and he had his team on stage, and he's so fast, man. When he was doing,
his hands are quick, man.
Look, old samurai back then. Yeah, look at that. Now that was before I finally gave in, and believe it or not, samurai used to be really shy. I know it's hard to believe. I know.
Yeah, you would never know, man. You're quite the personality.
Thank you, sir. But I used to be really shy, so I always loved martial arts. I appreciated martial arts, and it wasn't until really I met him. He was trying to, when he was done with his demonstration, I ran down there to meet him and get my photo with him, and he very nice guy, and he was trying to recruit me for Kenpo. And he was like, "Hey, you're a big guy. You should take Kenpo." And I was like, "Oh, really?" Me, I was still shy mode. I was still shy samurai at the time. But I actually got the nerve to finally, you know what? Fuck it. It's not all about. Get rid of the ego, right? Get rid of the ego. You're there to learn. Mm-hmm. You're there to learn about life. You're there to learn about yourself. You're there to better your health, and you're just there to learn. And once I accepted that and threw the ego away, that's when I found a dojo in the area. I was actually able to find some dojo to train for a while, and it's Shorinji Zendo Ryu Karate is what I took for a while, and that was fun. It wasn't easy, but for a guy my weight and size, but hey, doing that and 3 times a week and lifting hard labor and doing all that at my job, I lost a lot of weight. And I was pretty agile back then. I wasn't that bad. I wasn't Viking Samurai status, obviously, but but again, I got rid of the ego. It was there to just learn.
Sure.
And that's all that mattered. And I was just there to learn. I was even training with the little kids at some point, and then I go train with my sensei, and it was fun. It was fun.
No, you should have fun doing it.
I was limping. There were some days I was limping out of the dojo, man, because I was just so tired and all that. And then I got introduced to a little bit of jiu-jitsu.
Oh, nice.
And a little bit of Muay Thai kickboxing as well. But the jiu-jitsu, the Muay Thai kickboxing classes were brutal. Those were way worse than the karate training. But the jiu-jitsu, though, I really fell in love with the grappling aspect. But still a beginner. I'm green, but just the grappling and fighting for position and all that was really fascinating. And I really wish I could have continued taking martial arts after that. Mm-hmm. But again, life happens, and I had to move and start a new life someplace else. And I had to go up in the mountains and train for a while. And I'm just kidding. But
that's the real training.
No, I'm just kidding. But I went to Shaolin.
You became a monk.
I came back a ninja. I'm just screwing it. I'm mixing it all up. Fuck it. No. Life happens, and you get at a different different life, and
Yeah.
I miss, despite training a little bit on my own just for fun. I do miss martial arts, but I never lost respect. I never regretted taking it. You know, even though it was a short while, I loved it, and I wish I could keep doing it.
Yeah, it's great stuff. I mean, I've had phases too growing up from moving. I'm an Army brat, went to 4 high schools. So,
Oh, all right.
yeah, formal training for a while and then more like doing stuff my own. And then I really kind of got more into like the bodybuilding thing. But, some martial arts took a little backseat my later teens. But then when I was 20, funny story how I met my Kempo instructor because he's seen me at the LA Fitness because I'm still trying to maintain my flexibility. No, it was 24-hour fitness. Yeah. Citrus Heights, California. But anyway, I'm stretching, I'm doing the splits. And, most guys, especially if they got like a decent build and workout, the average dude's not doing the splits, right? So he comes up to me. He's a personal trainer there. And then we got to talking and I found out he actually owns this dojo down the street. So I started training with him a lot one-on-one. And he's a guy that really turned me on to Steven Seagal.
Nice.
Because growing up, I'm all about Van Damme. Like I knew of Seagal and I seen some of his movies, but I didn't really appreciate his martial arts as much. But, working with the Kempo guy, and he mixed some other stuff in, and we used to watch like the Seagal fight scenes and break them down. So that's where I really started respecting Steven Seagal a lot more. By the way, if any of you guys check out my channel, like I got some pretty cool Steven Seagal content, and I am pro Steven, and I get a lot of hate for that. Yeah. But the way I look at it, there's so much hatred directed towards Steven Seagal. I didn't want to add to that. And I'm focusing more on the positive things as far as I think he's a great martial artist despite what people might think about Aikido, and he's not limited to Aikido, yet he gets placed in this box. All those things don't work. He can only do that. Well, go ahead and go to like Lyoto Machida's YouTube channel because he posted a video last year, him and his brother. His brother used to fight in Bellator.
Yeah.
And Lyoto Machida, ex-UFC lightweight champ, so he's very legit. But they went to Seagal's California home in Brentwood, did some techniques, and they talked positive. Like, this is real good, like, self-defense stuff. It's not stuff we would use in the UFC per se, but this shit
not as sport.
Work. Yeah. This shit would work. So I'm like, okay, at least I got Lyoto Machida, somebody highly respected that I can pull him and hey man, he's kind of pro Seagal too, so don't give me too much shit, man. We got Lyoto Machida on my side.
But no, you're the way your videos present or focus on the Seagal, his filmography and all that is a positive because you're focusing on the positive, which is what I did a little bit a while back. I just kind of had a live Q&A hangout with the Movie Dojo Army, and we just kind of went through his filmography, but we mostly celebrated the first 5. Because the first five are legit.
Big time.
The first 5 are legit. Despite what he looks like now and all the controversy with him now, the first 5 are legit. And it was years since I've seen Above the Law. It was like years. So to prepare for the live Q&A and just hanging out with the army, the badass subscribers, I rewatched it and I forgot how good it was. And that was his first movie.
Which is incredible. I think he was like about 40 years old too. And like that's his first movie. He's like the lead guy. He's 40 years old. It's just like, when the fuck has this ever happened in Hollywood, right? Let's just get some 40-year-old dude no one's ever heard of, and he'll be the star of this movie. And then it's just such a badass movie. I mean, despite what you guys think of Seagal, you can't deny in the late 80s going into the mid to late 90s, like he was the shit, man. Like him or not, like he was a big fucking star. It's just a fact. But here's something interesting, and I'll point this out. I literally got this in the mail today, and I don't watch a lot of his newer stuff. I've seen parts, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch that, It don't seem I could. But a couple of people have told me and commented on my channel that Attrition, when did this thing come out? Maybe a couple of years ago?
Uh-huh. I seen it.
Oh, and they said it was pretty fucking badass. So what did you think about it? Are you gonna like?
All right, no. Okay, here's the thing. My boy Eric's here right now. The Asian movie enthusiast. He's got a great YouTube channel as well. But even he said he focuses on like Hong Kong, Korea, Japan, like everything. But he watches everything. He knows his stuff when it comes to the cinema. But me and him, he says, look at it. He needs to rewatch it, but he remembers liking Seagal's earlier movies because they're legit. right?
Hmm.
We reviewed a movie called Kill Switch, and
Okay.
somebody showed me a scene from it, and they were like, "You have to talk about this," and I could not believe how atrocious the editing was. It's you have to watch it, David. Just it's in terms of a filmmaking aspect.
Yeah,
The
watching it was so
editor.
bad.
Have you seen it?
No, I
Okay,
mean,
the edit for him doing one move. There's like 5 edits.
wow.
It's him throwing one guy out the window. It's like 10 takes. It's like throw camera angle. This guy coming this way. Another shot. Him go through the window. Another shot. The cop look. It's like 12 takes before the guy hits the ground. It's
That's
atrocious.
weird.
So if you compare attrition to those kind of
To
movies,
those movies.
it's probably definitely one of his better efforts.
Mm.
The fight scenes. Who's in there?
He's like a kung fu dude in this one.
Yeah, he's basically It Man, but but I mean the martial arts fighting scenes with him are actually not bad. They're not bad at all. You could see he's actually putting an effort.
Yeah, I think this is the one he talked with Scott Adkins about on the Art of Action.
Yeah.
And like he was really proud of that. And like, yeah, that was him because I know a lot of people complain on some of his movies. Like he doesn't even stand up in his movies; he just sits down the whole movie. And
Right.
obviously, there's a stunt dude doing everything. You know, you might see a shot of him, but no,
Yeah.
I'm really. I mean, it's funny though because I guess he's with Kill Switch and other ones. He set the bar so fucking low; it was like buried under the ground.
Yeah.
So just having it like where you can actually see it above ground, like that's why this is probably
this
so
is
good,
step
right?
up. Yeah. But Terry Fan, he's a really great martial artist. He is in the movie too, and his fight scenes are really good too. So it's not just Seagal actually putting an effort, and you could see the fighting was filmed good. It wasn't edited to shit like Kill Switch. You get a bonus with Terry Fan in the movie.
Oh, nice.
So it's definitely a step up though. But yeah, back to you. How long is it now since you've taken martial arts and trained?
So as far as like formal training, I would say before we shut down, which kind of conveniently coincided with me breaking my ribs. So Krav Maga is the latest training I've been doing for a couple of years.
Okay.
But as I was saying earlier, though, I had phases. So I started with Taekwondo, then got into Kenpo, and then LA boxing at like 30. And did some like film fighting classes with Art Camacho in like North Hollywood too. A little after that,
nice.
He works with Don the Dragon Wilson a lot. If you guys don't know who he is, but and then more recently Krav Maga. But in those phases of the formal training and then like a break, I was always trying to like stay sharp and still work on technique. So even today, like when I worked out, like I did a bunch of like I did like my pool day, so back, buys, traps. But then I'm still spending like a half hour like throwing kicks and doing whatnot just to kind of like stay sharp and stretch. So I always want to maintain like a certain level, even if I'm not like in a formal class or anything,
Nice. But yeah, you still look good, man, doing all that.
Oh, thanks, man.
This is some Van Damme #2 over here doing these kicks.
Hey, he inspired me, man. I gotta have those kicks.
Hey, I'm lucky I can get up off this chair right now. You got another
Kill Switch fight.
Right. That's right. I need an edit from me getting up to walk into the kitchen over here. Mr. King Palmer, thanks for the donation. He goes, I don't know why Steven Seagal gets a lot of hate. His style, Aikido is very powerful.
I like this guy's
comment. No joke. That's awesome. But yeah, you can't. You can say whatever you want about the man, and I get it. I totally get the hate, but you can't. Those first 5 films are legit. Those first 5 films are legit, and he was cranking them out. Like I think 1 year he made 2 in 1 year.
Yeah,
I think
Mark and Out for Justice, right?
I think so. It was one of the 2 or Hard to Kill.
Those came out the year after, but
yeah, I mean he was on fire. But I agree with this though. Hold on, exit wounds. All right, this one right here. I think you agree with that too.
I fucking hated that, man.
Whose idea was that? That was really stupid. That was. Really
I think it was popular at the time.
Yeah.
And Joel Silver produced it, so they're like, but fucking having Seagal do that shit looks retarded, man.
No.
Yeah.
Have the guys he's fighting do that. That's fine. Have you seen? Oh, Eric, if you're still here, let me know that Seagal movie you just watched, but the director of Duel to the Death, the classic old school martial arts film, did a movie with Seagal. And I think Eric told me that it's actually legit. He'll get back to me in the comments here. So I'm curious if you've seen that one, but I can't remember the name of it right now. Oh, Belly of the Beast. Have you seen that?
No. I heard that one was actually pretty good though.
Yeah. That's what I'm hearing. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I might have to check. So there's like a handful. Didn't he have one called like Urban Justice or something? He had a movie, something named that, and I remember that was actually pretty good.
Right.
And then I got another one. I have this, but I haven't checked it out yet. I heard this one's actually pretty good too. Into the Sun.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that one. I'm gonna have to check that out too.
So like, there's a handful of his straight to video that I think are actually pretty good.
Right. Yeah. We have a question here for you. Saikao asked, "What's your favorite? Who's your favorite?"
I know this guy.
You want me to ban him? Is he? Ban him?
Cool. He's got a YouTube channel too. Check him out, guys. He's
nice.
He's a young up and coming martial artist. What I like about him is he's a big fan of Van Damme because his dad like kind of introduced or showed him, hey, you know, these are the good movies. These are the cool guys. So
nice.
He's like, usually younger guys, they don't know who Van Damme is, and it's unfortunate. But good for
nice.
Good for Sky.
That's good. That's good. That's good parenting. Good parenting.
That's great parenting, man. Good.
Yeah, great parenting. No, he wanted to know who your favorite
MMA fighter. Yeah. So who's yours, man?
Ooh, oh man, female right now is Valentina Shevchenko.
Oh no, she's
my favorite. Male right now. You know, I got my fingers crossed for Francis Ngannou. I have my fingers crossed for him. I want him to. I don't want the heavyweight title to become a hot potato belt.
Yeah.
And that can happen easily if John Jones.
Dude, all it takes is one punch with those heavyweights. That's why. But
yeah.
The first time I seen him when nobody knew who he was, and I think it was on a prelim fight. And
okay.
Like, I don't know how his English is now, but I know he had like his French translator there. And like his French translator wasn't there initially, and you could tell he was nervous because he was trying to say something, but nobody knew what he was talking about.
Right.
But anyway, when I first seen him, I'm like, this guy's got something. This guy is going to be big. I mean, and he fucking blew up, man.
Yeah.
But the first fight, I'm just like, the potential this fucking monster's got, like,
it's insane.
This guy's gonna be like, he's gonna be champ someday. That's what I thought when I first seen him, you know. But
nice. But yeah, there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of badass MMA. I have a lot of favorites. We'd be here all day.
Yeah, John Jones, like Seagal, interesting life outside of what his career world is, but just an insane fighter. I think Lyoto Machida is one of my favorites, and I honestly thought he did pretty good against his fight with John Jones. You know, I thought like he might be able to do something.
Yeah.
But nobody could do anything to Jones.
Yeah, he's one of the best for a reason. But if anyone could beat Francis, he's got a shot.
Yeah, no, he's got a shot
because the way he fights is he doesn't engage. He'll counter. He'll keep the distance.
He's got a crazy arsenal. He'll mix it up. He'll throw him off. As long as he doesn't get caught, like.
Oh, we got a Rampage Jackson fan here. Yeah. Pride FC Rampage. Pride FC. I miss Pride FC so much. I really do. Have you watched Pride Fighting Championships?
See, I didn't really get into it until kind of like after that era when the UFC started.
Yeah.
I mean, I was probably watching it since 14 or something, maybe 2014.
Yeah, when they tried to cross over here before they got bought out by UFC.
Yeah.
But Pride FC, I mean, I loved both at the same time. I loved both at the same time. But Pride, it was like you're watching an event, man. Like, it was like thousands of people. And it was because it was only in Japan. And you could soccer kick people. You could head stomp people.
Yeah.
You can knee people anytime.
I don't agree with the head stomping, man. We've seen what happened to Ray Jackson in Bloodsport. Like, we don't need that.
No. But I love the knee. At least I get the head stomp, but I love the kneeing your opponent whenever you want. That rule should never be taken out. Because look at the controversy with the recent fight between who was it? He lost his title because he kneed a ground opponent.
Oh,
Peter Yan. Peter Yan. I think that's his name.
yeah,
He was the champ and he was winning the fight. But for some reason,
what's his name?
The guy had his hand and his knee down. Sterling had his hand and his knee down, and for some stupid reason, Peter Yan kneed him in the face and lost his title. And I was like,
they
you
should just,
idiot.
I mean, I don't think someone should lose their title over it. They should just
it's a
negate
draw, no contest.
That one. Just no contest. We'll do it over in the next.
But if it was Pride, you can knee the guy right there. You don't have to wait. My hand's on the ground. Don't knee me in the face. Pride, you're fucked.
Yeah,
if you can't protect your face, you're screwed. But I love both. I have a lot of love for UFC. I think ONE FC has a little bit of Pride rules over in Singapore. You can knee whenever you want, which is pretty awesome. But before back to Seagal though, the first 5 films are legit. But if he still wants to make movies now, I mean, I don't know. I mean, hopefully, I don't know. He puts in the effort, like he did in Nutrition, and if he does that for future movies, we may have something.
Every once in a while, and I've seen this on interviews, just a few years ago. Every once in a while, talk will come up with either Above the Law 2 or Under Siege 3, and he says, if we could get the funding. I would love to see him, and I mentioned this in a recent video I did.
Yeah,
I would just love to see him in a real movie, with real budget and a real fucking cinematographer and just a real musical score, just a real movie, man.
Yeah. For all the titles or movies he's been in that has the word "kill" in it, you'd think he would have just sequeled his popular first 5 movies, right? Let's do a Hard to Kill 2. Let's do a, like you said, Out for Justice 2. You think he could play the same character, his same character's older. But it's, if Seagal ever needs a stunt double, for movies now, I think I can handle it.
You got it, man. You got
Seagal stunt double right here, baby. Yeah. Woo! It's a classic. It's a classic. I had to play that. But yeah, the first 5 are legit. But let's get down to the nitty gritty. Oh, before we move on, chat, again, once you start watching Viking Samurai's videos, you're going to go down the rabbit hole of awesomeness. But what interests me a lot was all of your I didn't get a chance to watch them all yet. I'm still trying to catch up. All of your videos with Steve Lambert are
series lately.
So good
stuff, man.
It's so good, and it's interesting because chat, this right here is legit. This right here is a real thing. If you guys want to, I'm not going to spoil it. If you want to find out the story, watch the videos leading up to this, and Steve clears the area here. He clears all the rumors. People saying it happened when they had their altercation. It happened. This happened. It didn't happen. He clears it because he was there. All right.
Yeah, one of the few guys.
He's not getting paid by Seagal to say what he's saying. He's not.
He's actually good buddies with Gene LaBelle. Talks highly of LaBelle. If he was gonna lie, he would just make LaBelle look and sound a lot better.
Right.
But you guys can read it in his book. Look at this. This is a phone book, man. This is ridiculous. This is a 25-hour read, according to Kindle. But
the way I read, it's going to take me 10 years to finish it. But it's awesome.
It took me forever to go through that. But if you guys don't know who Stephen Lambert is, really legit martial artist. So I'm sure you probably are aware of James Liu, Al Leong. So those martial artists, they all train together Kung Fu under, I believe, Douglas Wong. They all train together, and they didn't go into stunts together, but they ended up in stunts together. Stephen Lambert talks about how, when he was on a movie, he walked by some truck and he's seen Al Leong in there. He's like, what the hell's going on here? He's like, hey, man, you're in this stunt world thing too now? Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, check it out. Check it out, chat. You're really going to enjoy all these videos. But what I mean by legit is not just because Steven clears the air, but what I mean by legit is that's a real story I heard and believed for years. I'm talking the defecation, all that. I've heard that since I was, since young adulthood, all up to today, up until I seen your video.
And Joe Rogan talks about it too, and Ronda Rousey talked about it.
I saw her interview.
People talk about it, man.
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't. But I don't want to spoil it. Chat, you got to watch the videos. It's very interesting. And again, you're very truthful with your videos. Like, you're not super biased. As much as you love Van Damme, you'll have video conversations with Steven. He talked about some Van Damme issues and, like controversy. But that shows how real you are, which is, again, I'm like, okay, this guy isn't just biased and just an idiot who doesn't know what he's talking about. Viking Samurai knows what he's talking about.
I'm putting those stories out there when he hit Stephen Lambert.
I saw that video.
Or, I talked recently about, like, the Van Damme and Frank Zito incidents. Like, I mean, obviously these aren't great stories if you love Van Damme, but, I mean, they're stories. And if I do want to, talk about them on the channel, and not pretend that they didn't happen. I still want to talk about them. Yeah.
And that's what's great about your channel. You're real. Like, let's talk about it. I don't really like what I'm hearing, but you know what? Let's talk about it. But I think all our heroes in some way were at some point in their life were an asshole to someone. I don't think
everybody in general has been at some point, right?
Yeah. I've been a saint.
Except you. Except you, of course, but.
But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. But yeah, chat, make sure again, subscribe, check out his videos. A lot of good stuff. But again, your 90s video reminded me of just me when I met Jeff Speakman. But it also reminded me of when I ran into that same day, like I said, it was a convention. I met Philip Ree.
Oh, wow. So you met all those dudes from that 90s video.
I met everyone, man. Philip Ree and Simon Ree. I got
Simon
pictures
Ree's
with them.
Badass, man. He's legit.
Yeah, and Best of the Best is fantastic. Best of the Best is a great movie.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anyone say the Best of the Best, the first one, is garbage. I mean, it's like hard.
I mean, I think it's in Sports Illustrated top whatever, 25 or 10 or whatever, like, of best sports drama movies. It's really good.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's really good. But let's talk about some of our heroes, which is why we are here. Let's get in it. Let's get to it. First up, I'm going to leave your boy for last. We'll get to him for last. Got to build some suspense.
Save the best for last, sure.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Derailed, son. Yeah. All right. First up, y'all know who this is. What? Arnold. Yeah, son. Y'all know who this is. So, what's some of your favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies? David?
Well, I will say this, first of all. I do like Arnold a lot. I haven't covered him much on my channel yet. There's a ton of Stallone. There's a ton of Van Damme. There's probably more Seagal than any of you guys want. I haven't done much Arnold, man. I did the top 10 facts, which was a pretty cool video, but I'm going to have a lot more Arnold on the channel in the future. So, I mean, obviously, we got to go with the Terminator movies. Terminator 2 is one of the best action movies of all time. I really prefer the first half of it, though. I got to be honest. I like the first half more than the second half, but it's a great movie. Commando, Predator. Yeah. I mean, all the ones that he's known for. And then in the 90s. Oh, so if we go with the 90s, I like Eraser's probably one of my favorite from the 90s. Oh, there you go, the Predator. Yeah, the Predator.
Eraser's fun.
Eraser's a great movie.
It's fun.
Yeah.
What happened to them? They caught a train. Hey, come on, he shoots the crocodile. He's like, yo, luggage, come on. They're like, some of the CGI is dated, but come on, when he shoots those rail guns.
Those rail guns are badass because we never seen those in a movie. Like, what is this? This is cool.
I don't think we've seen them since.
It was as a one-off, man.
Have you seen? Have you?
I don't think I have, actually.
The rail guns are amazing.
Ahead of their time.
So, chat, while we're talking about each star right now, let us know in the comments, in the chat right now, your guys' favorites. So, Arnold, we're doing Arnold right now. But yeah, I mean, there's so many.
I will say this though. Like when
we got Ranjit Loves Junior. There you go. We got Junior.
Yeah, that's a classic. That'll probably happen soon, right? I'm pretty sure, but why not?
Junior
But
two.
when I'd seen Conan, kind of threw me off because his accent really didn't match the character when I was watching it. You know, I think last time I watched it, it's probably in my 20s. I'm like, this seems really off, man. I'm not buying Conan sounding like this. But he looked the part, at least.
Yeah, I love that movie. I give his accent a pass. There's just too much badassity in it. Him in that war paint. I mean, come on. I think sometimes. Hold on a second. Oh, we got a little history here. I took my first date to Eraser back in high school. It worked out well. Well.
It's a great movie, of course it did.
It.
Oh, by the way, just because of your Asian cinema enthusiast,
Asian movie enthusiast, yeah.
Okay, close enough. Asian movie enthusiast. If any video I think you should check out on my channel, I did the actually I broke them up into 4, but there's a long video too of the time when Van Damme worked with the Hong Kong directors, Ringo Lam, Chow Hark, obviously John Woo, so yeah. Check that video out if any. I think you'll appreciate that.
Nice. Yeah, I was on Mr. Tony of the Dead's channel, and he loves Van Damme, and we have Van Damme Wednesdays. Okay. Damn Wednesdays. And we talked about Hard Target and how phenomenal it is. Like, Hard Target is like him on the motorcycle shooting at the villains in the truck, then standing on the motorcycle, still shooting. Then, boom, they collide, rolls over the truck, lands, shoots out the gas tank, blows up the truck, and then he screams, "Yeah!"
Yeah,
I looked.
No, it's insane.
I was like, "This is the greatest movie ever made."
It is. I don't think we've ever seen that since. So it's kind of like the Eraser Railgun. It's just like we've never seen that since, man. No. That was so beyond insanely badass that why even try? You're not going to top that. Don't even try.
No, I think, we were talking about at the time. I think even the American audience, I don't think they were ready for that type of action. I don't think they were ready, man, because the body count is insane in that movie. Like, it's not hard boiled insane or the killer insane in terms of body count, but Hard Target still for a usual American. Mainstream. The body count was pretty high. It was almost 40.
It was pretty good, yeah. The villains, though, like Arnold Vosloo and Lance Henriksen, like, they were brilliant together. Like, Universal literally wanted them to have their own movie. They were that freaking good together.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Rambo, if I gotta come back here, I cut me a steak. But yeah, back to this guy. Right. Back to this guy, I love Conan, the crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of the women. I think one of my favorite parts of that movie is when he tells Crumb, his god, hey, I need some help here. This is the final battle, right? You gonna help brother out? No, you're not gonna... All right. If you help me out, cool, I got your back. All right, I'll keep worshiping you when I feel like it. But if you don't help me out, to hell with you. It's so funny. It's just great.
Do you think he's going to do the King Conan movie, by the way?
I think
he's been talking about it.
I think it's over. I think
it's over. It's not going to happen.
No,
okay.
It's too much time has passed.
Who knows, man? Maybe we'll get Under Siege 3, King Conan, and then what can we get Van Damme in? We got to get him in something real.
We got to get him in something. But we love Arnold. Classic, badass. I'm trying to think really hard. Help me out here, David. Did Arnold make a bad movie in the 80s? I'm not saying critically successful, but I mean a movie that was not entertaining.
Okay, was a piece of shit. Yeah, I got you, man. What about Raw Deal?
Wasn't that still kind of a success?
I thought that movie kind of sucked. Now he looks badass, and I love the cover when he's like slicked back and he's got his wife beater on, and like he looks badass, and the movie looks badass. But then when you watch it, you're like,
something's off.
The movie sucks. It does. And I watched it again a few months ago, to give it another chance. I'm like, it still sucks.
I've only seen it once, but I felt like it was cool seeing him look badass and kill people, but I felt like something was off.
Yeah,
and I heard a rumor that he did that as a favor.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he wanted to do it. So
But was it trash though?
Oh yeah. Let's see
He
what the
said
comments
it's
will
trash.
say. Good, but it was for sure his weakest of the 80s and 90s. Okay, so this guy at least admits it was his weakest. Hercules in New York, I think that was the 70s. This guy's
unless that's like 81 or something. But yeah,
Conan the Destroyer. Well, what do you think about Conan the Destroyer?
Oh, it's a guilty pleasure. I love it.
Okay.
It might be the goriest PG movie ever.
I was gonna say it's rated PG.
I know.
The PG-13 didn't exist, I don't think, when that came out.
Probably, but yeah, it's a guilty pleasure. I like it.
Look at that. Raw Deal only made 16 million worldwide.
Oh wow,
that's nothing.
Okay, so it is the weakest.
I think Jim Cotta probably paid more than that.
But. So we did find one.
We found one,
David. Man. Nice. But other than that, though, it was hit after hit.
No, it was
insane.
It was hit after hit, man.
Yeah. We love us some Arnie. Did his bodybuilding influence you a little bit in a way, or was more Sly?
No, well, so it did. Okay. Now Stallone a little more so later, because I'm like, I could relate to this guy more because he's got more of my build. I'm not like a tall genetic freak like Arnold, so I'm gonna try to model myself more after something that is realistic.
Yeah.
But Arnold, no, he was the guy, and I was gonna mention Pumping Iron. I'm sure you guys seen that documentary. Just you could see the charisma. Like this guy. Yes. He's like, he transcends bodybuilding, like Bruce Lee transcends martial arts, Michael Jordan with basketball. It's just like these guys are so much more than like what they're known for, you know?
Right. No, you nailed it. Sexy sumo. This cracks me up. Conan the Destroyer is totally unrealistic. Wilt Chamberlain is assigned to preserve a girl's virginity.
That's gold. That's good.
oh, my crazy friends. But yeah, there's just too much. But yeah, and everyone knows about the classics. They know about True Lies. They know about Total Recall.
True Lies.
Predator. If you have to choose right now, what's your favorite action movie of all time? It might be Predator. Even though everyone
really,
it just. I just love it so much. I mean, Terminator 2. Everybody would pick Terminator 2, and I can't argue with that because Terminator 2 is so good. It's so good. It's so insanely good. But Predator was just, for me, it just struck a chord with me a little bit more than Terminator 2, as much as I love Terminator 2. I got a whole Terminator shelf over here. I got a Predator shelf back here. I represent. But Predator was just amazing to me because for the first time, Arnold is not invincible. For the first time, Arnold is showing fear on screen. You know what I mean?
But
and
you had all those guys in it, man. Carl Weathers. I mean, you almost had Van Damme.
I know. I'm kind of glad I didn't work out because Van Damme went off to better things.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, we didn't want him to be stuck as a stunt guy.
Yeah, you wouldn't have even seen him anyway. You wouldn't have known it was him.
Plus, the guy they got was a lot more taller and imposing.
That worked out better. Okay, so Predator is
Predator. I love it.
GOAT for you.
Yeah, I mean it's that and T2. They do this all the time, but I gotta if it's default choice. And I got the Conan Barbarian sword over here. I have a replica. I'm a fan, but Predator. It's just the music, the cast. I love how the movie is totally something else until it's something else. I love movies like that.
What do you think mine is? And I'm not saying this
Arnold
Stone. No, I'm going beyond Arnold, and it might be Arnold, but I'm going beyond that. Best
just
movie ever.
Okay.
And I'm not saying this is in stone, but it might be in stone. I don't know yet.
Okay. Go ahead.
Rambo First Blood Part 2.
Ooh.
It just had everything.
It's great. It's fantastic.
And there's a connection, by the way, with Terminator 2 because James Cameron wrote both of them.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Genius
writer.
First Blood Part 2 is fantastic. It's so good.
Now
you got me thinking now. Top Arnold movie for me, top action movie of all time. I don't know now because there's so many. There's Die Hard. There's there's so many. Hard Boiled's great. There's just too many out there. But you know what? By default, I'm just gonna pick Predator because it's just by
interesting. Because I thought you were going with Predator in general, not just Arnold, but just.
I could do both. Fuck it, I could do both. Sure, let's have fun with it. I got the poster for a reason, but I can rewatch it all the time. It's just great.
Yeah, you could put that on every day. It's got the rewatch value on that, on Commando, Rambo 2, not so much Rambo 1. Rambo 1 you don't want to watch every day.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
emotional, man. But
Yeah.
the ending.
Yeah.
Oh, Rambo 2 all day every day, Bloodsport all day every day,
Yeah.
Rocky 4, like the rewatch of these movies are just insane,
Rocky 3, I love Rocky 3.
Oh, I love that one.
I love Rocky 4 too. Oh, we got Mr. Tony of the Dead in the house. All right, he used to have actual action figures. Wow, how fun! Oh, the green necklace. He had the green necklace. Wow,
dude, I had the Rambo one where he's got like the missile launcher, and you pull the string thing, and the missile's orange, and it shoots out, but it's tied to a string, so it can't like fly too far.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
I had that. I wish I still had that, man. My parents threw everything away, but
how cool is that? There you go. Rocky 3 and 4, great double header. There you go. Well, Mr. Tony of the Dead, David Anthony, Viking Samurai is your guy, because we're going to get to his favorite a little bit later. So stay tuned if you have time to hang out a little bit longer. Now we'll talk about that, Robert Ranjit. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's go to the segue to our next guy. Yo, Adrian, son, yo, Adrian. That's right, the badass Sylvester Stallone. He just made too many badass movies. He's just too badass and too smooth, son. Too badass and too smooth. You gotta love Sly. So, some of your favorite Sly movies besides the Rambo films?
Man,
I know, right?
Over the Top is one that, I love that movie. And I don't even think he likes it that much, though. And I know Cannon, I don't even think Cannon had enough money to pay him. I think they had to team up with another studio to afford him.
Okay.
But Over the Top,
that sounds about right with Cannon.
Great movie. Yeah, that sounds about right with Cannon. Yeah, exactly. But God, there's so many good ones. Obviously, the Rocky ones, and I actually, for the record, do like Rocky 5.
I kind of like it too. It's just but it's one of those movies where you get the hate. Totally understand why people hate it. There's parts of it that's actually really legit, because a lot of that stuff happens to famous boxers that end up going broke. A lot of this kind of happens to them. It happens to them. Yeah, no,
it's sad. It's sad.
Yeah, it's sad. Just nobody wanted to see that after him being a boxing god at the end of Rocky 4. At the end of Rocky 4.
Well, at least he didn't die in it like he initially was going to have his character killed off.
Oh, that would have been terrible.
Yeah, because Rocky Balboa was so insanely good, and that would have never happened, and then we wouldn't have had really good stuff in the Creed movies. So thank God he pulled the plug on that. I mean, he almost killed Rambo. Well, not him, but they wanted to kill Rambo in First Blood.
Yeah.
Thank God they kept him alive. He literally would have killed his career by killing these characters. Man.
Yeah.
He would have never had that resurgence with Rocky Balboa had he killed him in Rocky 5.
What Ranjit was talking about, he wants to do Cobra 2. Stallone does. He's just an older Cobretti. Sure.
Yeah, and he's been talking about doing, I think, a TV series with a younger Cobretti, and I think he's going to team up with who's that one dude?
A Cobra TV series?
Yeah. No, he's talked about that. Robert Rodriguez, I think he's going to team up with or something.
Okay. Oh, all right.
But again, with those iconic Stallone characters,
because
he's recently talked about, I want to do a series with a young Rocky Balboa before he became champ. I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it, but I don't want to see Rambo or Rocky without Stallone, even if he's 80 years old or
as much as I love Sly. What is the point of that? That's what the first Rocky movie is for.
Yeah, I mean, do we really need to see him as a club fighter loser? No. This is when the movie starts because his life starts getting interesting. But he's also talked about doing that with Rambo. Let's take Rambo back when he was this high school, stud football team captain, and then the war ruined his life. But it's no, we don't really need to see that. I mean, I'll watch it, but
I'm fine to see Rambo in Vietnam. More footage of that. Okay. That's fine. But I don't know. I just, stop messing with the classics. And these
leave them alone, man.
And these are from the stars that we love. God damn it. So leave it alone, Kevin. Stop ruining it.
It's over.
But I actually thought it would be interesting if they were going to do something, a reboot. I don't want a remake of Rambo because you can't. I want to reboot of First Blood. that's based off of the book. But no one's going to want that. No one's going to like that, and no one's going to approve that. Because
that's why they didn't make that. You know how hard that movie was to get made? That Stallone talks about it was poison for all the studios. They want nothing to do with it.
Because he's, Stallone, the John Rambo is just, he's so PTSD and he's traumatized that everyone gets it. You're in his way, you're getting it. If you're a child, dead. That scene in First Blood when he's got the knife over that kid, in the book, kid is dead.
Wow. See,
it's like a straight
with them then. Because even when he killed the guy he kill the guy because he threw that rock and it hit the helicopter and the dude fell out?
The guy's shooting. That guy's shooting at him.
And it was kind of an accident too. Right. So we could still sympathize, Yeah.
That's what's so funny. They see Stallone with the big, was it M60? He's on the cover of the I forgot the name of the gun, but he's on holding the bullets. Yeah, sure. He's got the right. You see all that on the poster, and he shoots the gun in the movie. What people forget though is he only killed one person in that whole movie. People forget about that, which is
and it was kind of an accident in a way.
Yeah, it's kind of an accident. But I kind of but I kind of love that it works for that story. Rambo 2, we want to see him fuck everybody up.
Well, he's got to, man. They gave him permission to win this time. So
right. But I like it. It worked in First Blood because they wanted to show how badass he was. Like he could have killed all the cops. Let it go. When he had the sheriff with the knife of it, let it go.
Let him go, man. He got it. He got it at the end in that
great stuff.
Shot, but
nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off. It wasn't my war. Sorry, had a Rambo rant there. But yeah, I'm just a knucklehead that loves him some Sly. Stop ruining your classics.
Other good ones though. Obviously, everybody talks about Rambo and Rockies, but Lockup is really good.
We reviewed that not too long ago. It was on the Versus episode. Yeah,
you did
put that against Death Warrant. Yeah.
But another one of my favorite ones, and I think this movie has one of the best prison escape scenes ever. You probably know the movie.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tango and Cash.
Yeah.
Tango and Cash, man.
That is underrated movie. That movie is so much fun. That is like one of the most fun. He still wants
to do another one, but Kurt Russell's like, dude, we're old now.
Did they ever do a fake trailer? Because that would be fun if they did a fake trailer. Tango and Cash 2 coming. That would be hilarious.
They should.
They did that. That would be a lot. That would be a lot of fun. But yes, we love us some Sly. I absolutely love Rambo 4. I know I'm probably in the minority of that.
No, you're in the minority if you love Last Blood. Rambo 4 was great, but I still like Last Blood. So
Me too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. No, it's just that I enjoyed Last Blood. I know a lot of people think they look at Last Blood and are like, well, it kind of felt like more of a Death Wish movie, not really a Rambo movie. But I like Last Blood.
Home Alone, man.
Yeah, but the last 45 minutes is fucking phenomenal. It's fucking phenomenal. It's worth the price of admission. But Rambo 4, I remember seeing the trailer and I was embarrassed.
Really?
I was like, this looks like shit.
Wow.
The trailer didn't look.
I got a big ass Rambo 4 poster I should put over here.
Yeah. But I was embarrassed because it was just like, why are we doing another Rambo 4? Stallone's obviously older. Like I wasn't ready, and I wasn't. That wig he was wearing wasn't looking that great. Like I was just not. The trailers didn't look great. I'll be honest. I went to see it a double feature. It was my bootleg Grindhouse movie theater experience of the day, and I saw that with Cloverfield. So I went in expecting garbage, but John Rambo needed me, right? Like when Rocky Balboa came out, I had to go see it because Rocky needs me. Goddamn, right? So I went and sat down, and I was pleased to some of the most badass and violent action set pieces I've ever seen. And me and the 6 other old dudes that were in the theater, we were like, dude, fucking hell, man. The minigun scene, Rambo ripping dudes' throats out, Roadhouse style.
That was crazy.
I mean, and what I love about the movie, people bashed it. They bashed, it's trash or that. Obviously, the genre's not for you, right? So I love the movie, though, because the villains felt real, and you wanted those motherfuckers to die. And when they got their comeuppance, it was so satisfying for me.
No, I mean Stallone's idea for it. Like I remember he said he was going through all like the Soldier of Fortune magazines and talking to like mercenaries and stuff and saying like, what's the most fucked up shit going on for real in the world?
Yeah.
And we're gonna send Rambo there and kind of fix it, you know. So no, that is really real. In fact, I think the main villain in the movie that he cast was like a guy involved in that kind of shit, you know.
Yeah. And and it's weird too because I always thought, you know, okay, if we were gonna do a Rambo movie, obviously he's going to be older. It'd be cool if he had a team with him, and that happened in the movie. He had dudes with him. But I love this Rambo at this point. It's just like fuck the world, like Jesus Christ. I've been through so much shit. Look, I'm just out here doing my snake taming, I'm taking care of snakes. You know, you guys are idiots going out there. You're going to get captured. You know, fuck the world. I love that Rambo, but what's the tradition of the movies, right? He's always forced to come in.
Yeah, bro, it's funny. He's just trying to like chill out. Like he's in Thailand and he's like fixing churches or whatever over there. And then like, you know, Troutman gets him and he's like, no, I'm good, man. And then Troutman gets out. He's like, God damn it, I got to save him. You know, no one else is going to do this.
Yeah.
And then like that one, he's fine. He's cool with his snakes. And then like, God damn it, I got to save this woman.
You idiots.
And then in the Last Blood, he's like, he's fine. He's got his literal man cave. And then like his fucking niece gets killed. It's like, God damn it. Right. Dude can't catch a break, man.
I know. He just can't catch a break. But we love him. But yeah, Rocky 3, the Rambo movies, the Rocky films, Demolition Man. There's so much good.
Demolition Man. You guys know that was supposed to be Seagal and Van Damme, right? But neither one of them wanted to be the bad guy and end up losing to the other one.
What?
Yeah, it was going to be Van Damme and Seagal.
No.
Demolition Man, yeah.
Seagal actually agreed to do a movie with Van Damme.
Well, no, so that's why it never happened.
I gotcha.
They were talking about it, but they both wanted to play Stallone's part because neither one of them wanted to lose against the other one. Wow. So it was an ego thing. It would have been incredible, though.
Oh, here's another. Here's another classic, underrated Stallone.
Oh movie. Shit! Yeah, of course, Cliffhanger. Why didn't I bring that one up?
Very underrated. Very underrated Stallone.
See, there's too many good ones. Like The Specialist is good. I mean, there's a lot of good ones.
There's a lot of good ones, especially under the radar ones. I know I'm probably forgetting ones right now, but yeah, you know, even at home, I got to represent Sly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got one for everybody, baby. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I can't wait to see your Van Damme one, man. I'm sure you're doing what's on your bookcase or something. But
you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it when we get to it. But yeah, we that's another badassity actor is Sly. So we got Arnold, Sly. Let's go ahead. We've been kind of shooting the shit a little bit, having a great time.
Of all these guys,
go ahead.
Sly is the ultimate man's man, in my opinion. Like more so than Arnold or Van Damme. Like he's like the man's man, in my opinion.
Nice.
There's something about him, man. He's just like I always thought Sly was like the tougher guy, whereas obviously Arnold's like the stronger guy. But Sly's like tougher, man.
Well, Sly, you know what I see? I see that end fight in the street. That street fight in Rocky 5.
Yeah.
I think that's the real Sly.
Oh yeah, no, he would do that shit, man. He's got that killer street instinct.
Yeah,
he's outside.
Yeah, you could tell he probably fought on the street all the time. Probably lost a few, probably won a few. But no, he's like if you get in a real fight with him on the street, he gonna elbow you in the back of the head. Like he's like
Vin Diesel and knockaround guys. That's Sly in real life.
Some people used to joke about that. They used to say, how come Vin Diesel never played Stallone's son in something, which kind of would have been funny, actually, if that ever happened. Like they were in a movie together and he'd be his son. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to your boy. That's right. Let's go ahead and get to the man himself. Oh, yeah. Taimak. Let's go ahead and talk about Taimak. I'm just kidding.
I like him.
Actually, I love Taimak. I love Taimak.
Which I am going to cover that, The Last Dragon, because people keep asking me, like, do The Last Dragon. Like, dude, I love that movie. I listen to that soundtrack in the gym all the time. I'm going to cover it.
It's phenomenal.
But, yeah, and it's kind of sad that he was only, like, was that literally, like, the only movie he was in? Because
I can't
he was
think
good,
of anything
man.
else.
Like,
But Taimak's
I
great.
could see him playing different roles, man. Like, he's a friendly dude. He's got charisma. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, he's got the
Obviously
look, got the
martial arts
skill.
talent. Like,
Yeah.
why is he in one fucking movie? You know?
I don't know. Who knows?
And it wasn't like a big hit too. It wasn't just like some flop that nobody ever heard of. You know?
Yeah. Oh, it's a
Weird.
cult class. It's a cult classic. I love that movie. You gotta love Show Enough though. He's like the, you got who's the baddest? Who's the meanest? Kiss my Converse. Like you can't. This is great.
Weren't they talking about remaking?
I got a shirt. I got a Show Enough shirt in the closet right now.
Do you? Yeah, you should, man.
I'll wear it next time.
Weren't they talking about remaking that for the longest time with like Samuel L. Jackson as Shonuff, I think?
That sounds like a horrible idea.
We were talking about like 10 years. No, they got to leave that alone. But
yeah, it's funny because there's the WWE wrestler Booker T. A lot of people thought he'd be good. I don't know. It's like it as fun as it sounds. Some of it, just for nostalgia purposes. Some movies represent their era. They represent that time.
The 80s, like you can't do that now.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're allowed to anyway. With the stuff in that movie, but
yeah. So, but here, Brolacon says, "Yeah, Samuel Jackson was going to play." That would have been terrible. That would have been really bad. Now, for a fake trailer, homaging the movie, sure, why not? That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, Taimak's great though. He's great. It's funny. Fun fact. I'm sure knowing you probably already know this. Watch the early UFC pay-per-views. Taimak is a UFC referee.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I got some Taimak trivia. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Even just like I think a few years ago, he I think he's into wrestling or something, man, because there'll be these like very small, like pathetic like events where they'll do like, like a professional wrestling thing at like a fucking high school gymnasium.
Like
really small and local.
Indies, little independents.
Yeah, independent wrestling. Involved in that shit.
Huh.
Like, or at least as a guest, because like they'll say you never heard of anybody, that's why they're at a fucking high school. And then they're like, Taimak's gonna be there. It's like, what? Like, this is fucking random.
Huh. That's weird.
I'm just like, okay, this dude's still I don't know if he's fucking signing autographs for that movie or what, but people still remember him, at least on a small level in a high school gymnasium,
The last, to be honest, the last thing I did not know he was involved in independent wrestling. The last thing I heard he was doing, this was years ago, was I'm not making this up, chat. You can find this. David, you probably already know about it because it's you. There is a Broadway musical of Roadhouse. I'm not making this up. Taimak was Dalton.
Really? You got crazy trivia that I don't know, and I got something that you did. But here's the thing. I know, like, if you guys got girlfriends or wives, they probably want you to take them to a musical. You could surprise them. I mean, don't tell them it's Roadhouse till you're there, but that would be
brilliant. That'll be hilarious. But yeah, me and my wife, she loves MMA because she's badass like that, and she pointed him out. She's like, "Is that Taimak?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, that's Taimak." And then there's a part where they interview the fighter on the outside of the cage, and he walks up. He's like in the background. You can clearly see him.
Oh, that's funny. It's funny that you mentioned that. Your wife's into MMA. Like, I always joke that mine's a fraud because when we were first dating, she was going along and she knew I like to watch all these UFC fights, and she's like, "You too." I'm like, "Cool, man, we got this in common. Let's watch the fights." And then later she's like, "I don't like any of that stuff." I'm like, "You're a fraud."
Boo. But she got you though.
Yeah,
she succeeded.
She did.
Yeah, my wife, Lady Fat Blood, she likes exactly what we like.
Nice.
Everything you like, she loves. Martial arts movies, action, horror. That's all. That's it. Awesome, if I sat down with her tonight and said, "Hey, baby, let's spend some time together and let's relax and watch."
Pop in Bloodsport, man, or Predator.
Right? Yeah, right. And I say, "We're gonna." She go, "What are we gonna watch?" And I go, "We're gonna watch Sleepless in Seattle." I'd have a black eye on the next day's stream. Yeah. There'd just be a shiner there, and I'd have to make up a story that I fell. But yeah, she's down. She's down with that kind of the badass stuff there. But yeah, that's funny. That's really funny about Taimak and independent wrestling. Oh my goodness. Hey, as long as he's having fun, right?
Yeah, I mean still doing something with his name 35 years after the fact.
Right? But you think you brought up a good point though. You think he would at least make cameos in other martial arts films or even independent martial arts movies. You think he'd show up, be in a fight scene? Hey,
yeah,
it's
like
me.
what? That's so weird,
Yeah,
man.
that's strange.
Because even I've seen pictures of him years ago. Like the dude still looks young. He's like a vampire.
Yeah, He's probably all ripped. You know, he probably still looks the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into your boy here. So, what was the very first Van Damme movie you saw?
Well, it's funny because it was No Retreat, No Surrender, and I didn't know of or who Van Damme was, so I was going for Kurt McKinney. You know, like the main guy in the movie.
Right.
For him, that was Kurt McKinney was in it, right? I'm pretty sure.
I think so. Yeah.
But I was going for him. I don't know. I was probably like 6 or something. My friends like had the video and look at this karate movie, and I always remember his backflip. You know, like I didn't even know who Van Damme was. It was like later when I really got into Van Damme from Bloodsport, and then revisiting that, I'm like, oh shit, that was Van Damme. Yeah. And then every time I watch No Retreat, No Surrender, I'm going for the bad guy now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, he kind of stole the movie.
Yeah.
You know, his presence
it's crazy.
And his charisma stole that movie.
Like, when did that movie come out?
Hold on, let me check. I got IMDb open. Hold on one second. If you want to keep talking to chat.
Yeah, so he got paid, I think, like $200 for it. You know, obviously it's really low budget.
$200?
Yeah, $200. Like, and I think he actually even had to ask like the fucking cast or crew for gas money to be able to afford to get back home or something, or his car broke down. But he was like poor.
Wow.
And they didn't make any money, but great for his film resume. But I'm asking when it came out because like
86.
Okay, so that came out in 86, and then when did Predator come out?
I believe that
87?
was, I think 87. Hold on. Yeah, 87.
Okay, that makes sense. Like I thought No Retreat, No Surrender came out before that. So I guess he was still using that momentum. Like, so I heard he told Menahem Golan, "Hey, I'm going to be in an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie." He's like, "Really?" You know, so and he didn't say, "Well, you're not going to see me." But I think that helped him get Bloodsport, in addition to some other stuff, showing off his kick on the street and wowing like these financiers for movies. Oh, who's this guy? So
So No Retreat, No Surrender. That's a good introduction to him.
No, it is. But again, I wasn't watching for him and didn't even know who he was. But then Bloodsport, it's funny how good that movie is.
Yeah.
It's like Stallone's Rocky. It's like they hit it out the park so far that they really couldn't top it. It's just like they set the bar so damn high from the get-go. It's just like, it's crazy. It's like a band coming out with some crazy-ass album, and then you're just like, I'll still buy their albums, but goddamn, they can't match this first album.
Yeah. I mean, Kickboxer got really close. Kickboxer is so good though that some people prefer it over Bloodsport. I can't.
A lot of people do. I
can't argue with that.
I can't argue.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
But Bloodsport, that was it. That did it for you. You were like, I said, I got to start training.
It's such a beautiful movie, and I do a video on Bloodsport, why it's the greatest martial arts movie of all time. Yeah. Which I do believe, but just everything about it, man.
You probably got a lot of hate comments for that.
I got some. I got people on my side, but I got some.
Okay.
But just everything about it, like this, the stars aligned.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of what you guys think about Frank Dukes, and we don't need to talk about him.
No, it doesn't matter.
The fact is, without his story,
right,
whether it's true or not, without his story, that Bloodsport would have never happened. We would have never heard of Van Damme. So everything just worked out perfectly. And like the soundtrack, again, that's something like, The Last Dragon that I listen in the gym all the time. So the soundtrack's amazing. The editing, like Van Damme re-edited that movie, by the way, because apparently the first cut was shit.
That's what I heard. I heard it was terrible.
Re-edit it, all the fight scenes at least.
Yeah.
He knows how to make himself look good, which I did another video why Van Damme's the best on-screen fighter ever. Now, that one I got a lot of hate for. But I use Bloodsport in several examples. It just showcases the beauty of martial arts. Because here's the thing that I always found fascinating with Bloodsport. So the movie's called Bloodsport. So you're getting this image like, okay, this shit's brutal. And there are some scenes where like the dude gets his like legs snapped and the bones hanging out of the calf. So there's some stuff like that. But in general, I thought Bloodsport always showed off like the beauty of martial arts with Van Damme's athleticism and gracefulness. It's like that's what really drew me to martial arts. Really, it's just like
nice.
I'm not now. Part of it I got into because I did feel like I needed to properly be able to defend myself. But another part of it is just like, look, I'm not. If you're into martial arts, the last thing you want to do is fight. You want to be able to defend yourself if you absolutely have to, but you're not looking to fight outside of like a competition. Yeah. But just, it's a way to express yourself, and being able to move like that is just, it feels good. And I don't know, there's just something about that aspect of martial arts that I really appreciate.
You sounding like Bruce Lee right there with that philosophy. I love it. But yeah, my sensei, he always told me, live like a lamb, fight like a tiger. There you go.
Or like a lion. Lionheart's another great
There you go, yeah. Lionheart! I love that. That needs to be my notification. If you send me a notification, that'll be the Oh, David's calling me. But yeah, I can't disagree. I used to watch Bloodsport all the time on TV. It was one of my faves growing up. And really quick, Mr. Tony of the Dead for our Damn Wednesdays, he's asking if you're available next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific time or later. He'll do it later for you. If you want to join us, we're doing Maximum Risk. And he's never seen Maximum Risk. So this is going to be interesting. Really? He's a big Van Damme fan. He hasn't seen Maximum Risk. And I haven't watched it in years. So it'll be really interesting to revisit it. And I know that's the movie he did with Ringo Lam. But yeah, if you're down,
Wait, I'll let you know. What do you guys do? You do a Van Damme thing on Wednesdays, you said?
Every other Wednesday on his channel.
So are you Mr. watching Tony the movie, commenting on it, or are you watching it prior and then talking about it? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're revisiting it, and then we'll talk about it.
I'm always down to talk about a Van Damme movie, so...
Okay, I'll let you know.
Are you guys doing that live, though?
Yeah, just like this. Yeah.
So at 3 Pacific?
3 p.m. Pacific, but we can move it for you.
As a special Viking Samurai guest?
Yes.
Well, we'll shoot each other messages.
I have been replaced. Tony has replaced me. I have been replaced. I see what you're doing, Tony.
It sounds like fun. It's a really good movie, man. It's different, but... And I did a whole video on it on my channel, by the way. If you want some cool background stuff, maybe after you watch it, Yeah,
I'll watch the movie and I'll definitely watch your video. But here's another one we can do too in the future, because I know you're busy. Believe it or not, I've never seen Nowhere to Run.
Wait, you? Wow.
I've never seen it. And here's the reason why. Reason why. Growing up, I was a little bit older by that time. All I heard from everyone is that it sucks, it's boring, there's no action, stay away.
No, there's action.
But now I have matured, and now I have an open mind for movies in general, right? That's what this channel's for. We review movies and talk about film, and I have an open mind for a lot of things. So now my approach to it will be different than a younger me that's just dumb. Where's the explosions? Where's the fighting?
There are fire and explosions in it, and there's a badass motorcycle chase, and there are fights, but he's not like the karate expert. Now, the thing is, so it's interesting because the video I did on that, I called it like the time Van Damme, tried a career shift or something, because he was trying to branch out and not just be the karate guy.
Right.
It's actually a really good movie.
As long as it's a good movie, I'll like it. But at least going in not expecting hard target action.
No, nothing like that.
I'll probably be okay with it, knowing that that's not this type of film.
The dude that wrote it? Who's that?
We'll see. Apparently, Justin says it has a good sex scene. So
I was going to say, not even that scene, but he's kind of a peeping Tom, and you do get to see Rosanna Arquette go in the shower, so you might at least enjoy that.
Never, Tony. Never. I'll never open my mind for Avatar.
Have you never seen Avatar?
No, he just wants me to like. He's just messing with me because he knows me and Lady Fatblood don't like the movie.
Oh,
we're the only.
When's that sequel gonna come out? Isn't he working on like 10 sequels like simultaneously that are just gonna drop like 20 years after the first one?
Yeah. I don't even care. I don't care about Dances with Smurfs.
I just wanted because I never seen a 3D movie, so that was like the one I'm like, let me experience this, and that was kind of like the gimmick, you know.
It was awesome for 30 minutes.
It's getting annoying now.
But no, it just that's another discussion for another day. The chat and the Movie Dojo Army, because we have our Versus series, and then we have our Is It Really That Bad series. Avatar is going to be our very first Is It Really That Good series.
Oh,
but we're not going to be alone. We're going to have a discussion with someone who's a huge fan of the movie, which is Rob from Entertainment Talk Nation. So he's a huge fan. So it's going to be a fun discussion. And hearing my wife rant is epic. It's hilarious. I don't even need to show.
Ranting in a video recently about those movie tickets she bought, where you guys like in the back theater, and then everybody fucking bought tickets in the back theater while all these other seats were open,
right next to us.
Yeah, it's like, dude, what the hell are you doing, man?
Luckily I didn't have to beat nobody up, and I didn't have to pull no Taimak on no bun. And,
that's always a good thing.
But no, nobody was fun. It was a good movie. But yeah, we'll talk about Avatar another day. I've never seen it, so that might be another video, because you've experienced it, you like it. I'm sure Tony probably seen it. I've never seen it, so this might be fun. But now that I know not to expect hard target action over the top, it's a thriller, right? It's like an action drama thriller.
I guess you could classify it as that. I mean, It's got heart though, man. Like I like the end of it a lot, but
okay.
You'll feel something, you know. I think Van Damme's actually a pretty good actor, man.
Yeah, he eventually.
No, for real, I do.
No. He has become legit good now.
Yeah.
A lot of people used to, it's easy to make fun of him because of that accent, right? It's easy, right? I do not wear silk underwears. I mean, it's very easy to do, right? But no, that's right, Briscoe. Yes, represent. No, I'm just kidding. We celebrate the Avatar.
We're still getting comments. People are liking Rosanna, man.
I see that, and I really got to watch the movie there.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Bloodsport before we move on to your other favorites. Another reason why it's phenomenal and why it works is because you have a likable lead. The fight scenes are fun. You get different styles, and cinematography is great. I mean, look at this shot right here. Look at this shot.
That's perfect. That's so beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. And I don't know anybody who could do that type of. I mean, did Scott Adkins get close to that?
I mean, Scott Adkins does like more acrobatic flips and all this, and like he even mentioned in his video that Van Damme's a gold standard when it comes to that kick. Like nobody can do it.
Right.
He even openly admits that. It's just
and I'm a big Scott Adkins fan too. And for him to say that, that's legit.
Yeah, it's a good compliment. But no, no one's ever done outside of like that. Against Tong Po and Kickboxer, the way they shot that and the way it looks like that kick is on film has never been done that great outside of those two movies.
Copy that. We got another super chat. What's up, Brad? Thanks for the donation. I told them in the comments that those 5 people were all big Avatar fans. He's just goofing around. We got an Avatar war going on in the comments here. But no, I agree with you. And so here you go. You have great cinematography, better editing, obviously, really fun fight scenes, but people forget the soundtrack is legit, son. The soundtrack is up there as top 5 workout soundtracks.
It's insane.
It's insane. Yeah, and you get a good villain who barely spoke, but it worked.
Yeah, no, Chong Li, man. Bolo is no joke.
And fun fact for all of you that I'm sure everybody knows by now, that's Tong Po knee he's breaking right there. I don't know if you guys knew that, right? Yeah, that's Tong Po. What's his name? Michael Kasai? I think that's his name.
Michel Kesey, I believe. Yeah.
Is it Kesey? I don't want to. I don't want to say he's too badass to say kissy. I don't want to say kissy.
I always say
kissy. I like that. Kissy.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that and tell somebody in my comment section, dude, you're butchering his name. You know.
But one of my favorite parts in the movie is the bus scene when you have the montage and he's sitting on the bus.
Yeah.
And he turns and looks at the reflection and he's like, and he thinks he's seeing Chong Li sitting there looking at him going, ah. Oh my God.
That movie's actually a really good bromance movie too. Thinking about it now, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they hit it off immediately. Like just from playing Karate Champ, best friends right after that.
Yeah. Okay, USA. But yeah, you got one-liners, you got memorable characters.
Yeah.
Even side characters, you know?
Oh, this just reminded me, guys. I did a whole video series and it took me forever trying to figure out, but I basically is like a 3-part series on who are the fighters in Bloodsport. Like every fucking guy, even if they were in the movie for 5 seconds, I'm trying to figure it out. And some of them are cold case files, you know, but I was fucking using that like Google for photographs and throwing screenshots in. Let's see if we could pull this guy up in anything, you know, maybe he's got a Facebook or something.
Right.
But yeah, I was trying every which way to find out about these guys.
Get you and him on the movie dojo. You know, you guys show up here, talk about the movie. You know, we got another super chat. Thanks, Adam, for the donation, supporting the channel. He's totally unrelated, but I love just spending time with you badasses. And I hope that you got the link for King Ghidorah figure. I'll have to check, Adam. We got some kaiju movie fans here too.
Cool.
But yeah, Bolo, I believe, has played a good guy once in a while. I think in some movies. In, Shoot Fighter.
Shoot Fighter. There you go. Yeah, and Shoot Fighter too.
Yeah. You gotta love Bolo, man. Bolo is just great. But let's go ahead. Bloodsport's a classic. I don't care what anybody says. It's a classic.
So good.
But I mean, Hard Target is phenomenal. Time Cop. What do you think of Time Cop?
I like that. I remember seeing that in the movie theater. I enjoyed that. You know, it's a great sci-fi movie. Now, watching it, a lot of the sci-fi stuff doesn't make sense, like anything that have to do with time travel, obviously. You know, you're going to find a lot of like, wait a minute, this doesn't, you know, just let it go, man. Enjoy
wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey.
But I like that because I just really liked seeing Van Damme in a really high-budget, big studio film. It's like, boy, this guy's really making it, man. He's like Arnold and Stallone now. It's like, I love seeing that. And it's, you know, and he's still bringing his karate there. It's not a karate movie, but he's still like, okay, he's still giving it those kicks to the fans, you know?
Yeah. I liked his knife fight with James Liu.
Yeah, but somebody pointed out in my comment section when I was talking about Time Cop, he does just kind of hold that knife out, and James Liu's just like attacking him. He's just like holding here. It's just like,
well, you know, James is.
That's where he's trying to make it the 10 to 12 edits like Kill Switch, you know. Like, let's cut this second. It looks like he's blocking all these, you know. But
Van Damme improves on that fight, knife fighting, and Universal Soldier regeneration.
Oh, that's insane. They did that in one shot.
Yo, chat, if you have not seen Universal Soldier regeneration, it is fucking legit. And it's so good. It's so good that at the time, I liked it better than the first Expendables movie.
Wow.
Because my expectations were so ridiculously high of finally getting a dream movie I've always wanted, that I went in with high expectations and I was okay with Expendables. But then I rented some, I was like, oh God, they made another Universal Soldier movie? Oh God. And I rented it and I was like, dude, this is fucking badass. Like the fight scenes and action scenes are legit.
Yeah.
Like Van Damme, legit knife fighting, one take, big body count, love Dolph Lundgren. Like it's legit. Like it's badass. If you guys have not seen Universal Soldier Regeneration, check it out. I appreciated Expendables more when I watched the making of the movie. Did you see that documentary? And it was called by Stallone. It was called Something Inferno. And just watching the behind the scenes footage of how hard it is to make a fucking movie.
Yeah, I think he broke his neck or something. You know?
It was his back.
Broke his neck.
It was his back too.
Oh, his back?
When Stone Cold Steve Austin speared him, and he hit. You could tell he really hits the corner. There's like a wall behind him. There's like a brick that's like kind of like this, like a corner, and he slams right into that. And that was a wrap. That could have ended the movie. That almost ended the movie.
Yeah, that could end at Stallone, but
rewatching it again, I like it a lot more. I'm actually fine with Expendables 3. I went in
Really?
I went in hating it. I went in wanting to hate it because it wasn't rated R.
PG-13. You got a bunch of
Yeah,
young people nobody gives a shit about.
yeah, but
It
I
takes
thought
away
it.
from the whole allure of the
Yeah,
Expendables.
right. But in terms of entertainment value, there was enough there. I liked it. Mel Gibson was great. Mel
Hey, at least we
Gibson
got
was
Wesley
really good.
Snipes back, right?
Yeah, yeah. But my favorite's the second one though.
Oh yeah, well, Jean-Claude Van Damme,
That's
right?
my favorite. That's my favorite, man. That is just he was so good as a villain in that. You get a little Scott Adkins bonus doing his bootleg Yuri Boyka voice in
Yeah,
there.
against Jason Statham, that
I
was
wanted
fun.
this fight to be longer with Statham, but we had to wrap it up. But no, great fight at the end with Stallone. I mean, Expendables 2 gave me what I wanted of the first one. I wanted to see Arnold and Bruce Willis fucking kill a whole bunch of people, not just show up in a church and walk away. And then we got a Chuck Norris
I was gonna
bonus.
say
You
you
know,
can't forget Chuck.
yeah, yeah. It gave me what I wanted. Despite I have a few issues with the movie, overall it's my favorite out of the trilogy. Everybody has their favorite though.
Yeah.
Uh, but Kickboxer, we'll talk about that a little bit before we move on. Kickboxer, it was one of the best babysitting days. It was I was young, I was a little samurai, and my sister was watching me. My parents were out of town, and my sister Tracy was the one that introduced me to martial arts films. She was the one that showed me Bruce Lee movies and stuff, Jackie Chan, and we both liked Van Damme. So Kickboxer came out in theater. I actually saw it in theater, guys. That's how old I am. So I went and saw it in theater, and I can't remember the last time I was in the theater watching a mainstream martial arts film that was based on martial arts that was released worldwide into theater when martial arts films were popular, based on martial arts. A lot of action movies now there's some good ones, there's some bad ones, but there's a mixture now because everyone wants to see the shooting and the fighting. But there's no martial arts movies now that are focused on just martial arts.
Yeah,
Besides Mortal Kombat that's coming out. That's
oh
all we
wow.
got. But it's rare, right? But that's the last time I remember being in a theater seeing a mainstream martial arts film based on martial arts, and the crowd erupted and cheered at the end.
It's a feel-good movie, man.
And I'm thinking really hard. I mean, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, when the very first fight between Michelle Yeoh and Zhang Ziyi, and they're doing the rooftop fight, and then they end and they land and doing all this crazy hand-to-hand combat, the American audience is new to that. It wasn't new to me at that time. I was already familiar with the wuxia genre. So seeing Crouching Tiger was still a good movie. I liked it for what it was, but it wasn't new for me. But I remember the American audience when that fight ended with the drums, when the soundtrack with the fighting, and then it ended, right? And they stopped fighting. The audience cheered. The American audience cheered. But cool. In terms of like really clapping and like, yeah, when Van Damme was kicking what's-call's ass at the end, I can't remember the last time I experienced that in the theater. Wow. Now I love the Raid movies. They're badass. I love those movies to death. I was lucky to see those in theater here. I was very, very lucky to see it. Those are amazing, badass martial arts films that I love to death. So I got the poster up here. Those movies were more gasps. The audience gasped a lot because of how violent it was, and they were like, holy fucking shit, did that just happen? Or the end fight, but when they fought Mad Dog in the first movie, they just gasped like, fuck, right? But in terms of like getting up out of your seat, clapping and cheering, I can't remember the last time that happened. I'm not gonna cheat and pick when Captain America got, when Captain America got the hammer, the audience went nuts. I'm not gonna cheat with that. I'm talking about martial arts films.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember like when I first heard about Kickboxer, I was like intrigued because, and I didn't see it at the time, but I was really young, and I guess after the theater, it went on HBO shortly after. But my dad's friend was talking to my dad. He's like, "Oh, there's this like really badass European karate dude," and just hearing that, because at that time in the '80s, I only really think like a great martial artist would be, like Bruce Lee or some Asian dude. So it's like, and that's what kind of like was unique about Van Damme at the time. I mean, nowadays everybody fucking knows martial arts, but back in the '80s, it's just like you don't necessarily expect just some white European dude who's like fucking Bruce Lee level. You know, it's like, really? You know, I'm picturing some like, you know, Asian dude. But so when I heard that, I was like intrigued. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But I was like, I don't know how old I was, 9 or something.
Yeah.
But I didn't even see Kickboxer until years after because it was rated R. So unless my dad was in the field and we would rent these rated R movies from the shopette with my mom, not knowing what she's fucking renting, getting these Steven Seagal movies or Lionheart. It's like, Mom, we want to see this one, you know?
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I couldn't watch rated R when my dad was home at that time, so I'd have to see.
I was deprived.
Later. But I was intrigued. I'm like, who is this guy? He's like some, you know, European kickboxing champion dude. I'm like, I'm curious.
Yeah. Well, according to Seagal, Van Damme wasn't a champion of anything.
But according to Wikipedia, he's got a pretty good record. So who knows, man? Seagal or Wikipedia, I don't know, man.
I'm sure you saw that Seagal interview on Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, I played that.
That was hilarious.
I played that clip on my channel.
That was hilarious.
It's classic.
It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. Mr. King Palma, thanks for the donation, brother. He goes, Expendables 3 was PG-13 because of Chuck Norris. He said he didn't want to be on a rated R movie or else
he was in part 2. Maybe I'm getting confused.
I'm really confused now because he had like some of the biggest body count off camera. He probably killed more people off camera than on camera because remember they just panned to like a huge body.
Like, who did that?
A huge pile of bodies. Yeah. It could be true. Maybe he didn't want to do any more. Maybe he was like, I'm done. Expendables 2 was enough. I don't want to do another R-rated movie, and maybe they cut it. I don't know. Who knows? It's odd if that's true, though. That's weird. That's very weird. But yeah, in terms of just talking about kickboxer memories. But again, similar to Bloodsport, great soundtrack. Tong Po is legit badass villain. Legit badass
And they
villain.
credit him as Tong Po as himself.
Yeah.
You know, they wanted you to think he was real.
Yeah. Now, I have a question for you, and I really hope you know if the answer. If you don't, it's cool. But I was browsing YouTube, and I was watching kickboxing fights, and I came across the kickboxing guy who played Eric Sloan.
Yeah, Dennis Alexio.
Right. I came across his fights, and I wanted to watch some of his fights, because I remember when me and my dad watched Kickboxer on TV, my dad was like, oh, that guy's actually legit. Like that guy's. He knew. I mean, look at him right here. Like he's legit right here. Like
look how fast that is.
He was a real kickboxing champ. If my dad recognized him, he was legit in the 80s. Yeah. So I was just browsing YouTube and I came across some videos of him and him knocking dudes out. He is legit. He's fantastic.
Oh yeah, big time.
I came across a fight. And the name of the video was called "The Fight That," it was something called "The Fight That Changed History" or something like that. Did you see that?
I did, but that wasn't Dennis Alexio. That was Rufus.
Okay, it wasn't him
because he fought the Thai dude, and
he looked just like him.
He did really good. But then that's when the Rufus and other U.S. kickboxers started, doing leg kicks and all that. It's like, okay, this shit's pretty good.
Okay,
we're gonna, implement that into our.
So I got the fighter wrong, even though he looked just like the guy.
Yeah, he does kind of look like him.
But still, the story of it sounds like Kickboxer, man.
Yeah. The opening when the guy's like, I heard they're the best guys. And it's like, oh fuck it, let's go there. We'll beat their asses too.
Yeah. So I don't know.
And then it kind of backfired, but
I don't know if you've heard anything. That's why I wanted to ask you. Is like, did that real life event of a badass kickboxing
have, inspired?
Yeah.
There's no way it did. It had to have.
I was so. I was like, man, this is insane. Like, this is phenomenal because that guy was Rufus was a legit badass. He broke the Thai boxer's nose during the fight.
He was doing
he's
really
legit.
Good.
He just
finished that fight early.
Yeah, he just didn't know how to check leg kicks. They're not used to that. I mean, he didn't know how to check, leg kicks. So the Thai boxer tested him and gave him those leg kicks. And he just he doesn't really know how to block those. So he just kept doing that the whole fight until Rufus collapsed. Yeah, but I was like, dude, did this inspire Bloodsport? So I was like, I gotta ask David.
No, it had to have inspired Kickboxer, man.
Yeah.
There's no freaking way. It had to have.
He's like, hey, I don't care what style they got. We're gonna, so what if he's wild-eyed and crazy? We're gonna kick their ass like we always do. Nope.
Well, the funny thing is, yeah, nope, not so much. And then he rips the dude's belt, insult to injury. But the funny thing is that Van Damme, and I've heard complaints about this, he doesn't really do Muay Thai, even though he's learning from the best. He still kind of just does his karate and then some other moves that just look good on camera. But I don't know if they really work in a fight.
Yeah.
Like his double punch move or.
Right. This was a good comment. Rumble in the Bronx. I also saw this in theater too. That was like my first early Jackie Chan experiences. Really,
I was impressed. I seen that in the theater too. Yeah. Like the first time, I'm like, oh, this Jackie Chan dude's pretty badass,
doing his own stunts, and I was like, holy shit! And I remember the audience reacted, and of course they laughed at the funny stuff because it's Jackie Chan, but they were in awe of the stunts, like holy shit. But in terms of like finale fight versus the hero and the villain, I can't think of anything other besides Kickboxer in a mainstream theater. The crowd like going nuts.
It was epic, man. It was like watching. It was like, it felt real, man.
Yeah,
like it'd be like watching Rocky in the theater if you were around. My dad always tells me this story where he watched it with his friend in the army, and his friend got all jazzed and hyped up, and the theater's cheering. Anyway, his friend ended up getting in a fight with another guy. He's all like thinking he's Rocky, So I was like, oh, that's funny for like a young dude in their early 20s,
Right.
Shit like that.
Right. Oh man. But yeah, good times. But it wasn't. I kind of, to be honest, I'm always honest here on the channel, but I kind of gave up on later Van Damme efforts. This was before Expendables 2. This was derailed Van Damme.
Well, I can't blame you if you.
I kind of gave up. I was just like, I'm not really interested anymore. I love the classics. I will always watch the early stuff. But then a small little independent movie came out called JCVD.
That changed things, man.
And I watched that, and my respect for him as an actor was and they're not kidding with that tagline of the movie. Don't give him a black belt, give this man an Oscar. Like he finally
phenomenal. Got the respect he deserved, in my opinion.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. It's interesting because he was so proud of that movie that he literally said, I'm only going to do like really good movies now. And he was kind of like throwing shade at his previous straight to video efforts, that we all weren't that good. And then he started doing those again.
Hey, you got
bills to pay, man. You got 5 houses. You get the Hong Kong house, the California house,
right? He's got like 12 yachts, But I get it, and I actually like 6 Bullets. Have you seen that?
6 Bullets.
That was very good. That was actually solid. I enjoyed that.
I mean, I had to have, but a lot of these aren't like deep seated in my memory because I've seen them one and done.
Right. Yeah.
Like unlike Bloodsport, where I've seen it like a million times. Right. But yeah, so I've seen it, but again, it's not. It kind of probably blurred together with some other ones. Like
it's solid in terms of his later work. It's solid. It's actually.
Speaking of solid later work, the best movie he's done in the last 10 years, in my opinion, The Bouncer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That one is really
good. Tony of the Dead reviewed that a while back. I still haven't seen that. I haven't seen it.
Okay, so that one is really, really good. I would actually recommend that one if I'm like recommending, hey, you need to watch Lionheart and Death Warrant. I would fucking throw in The Bouncer. I wouldn't be like, okay, so you've seen those, and then if you want to see some new or maybe now, like, I would fucking throw The Bouncer in with those good ones.
Okay, all right. Is this more of a performance-driven movie? Not really like nonstop action. It's more drama.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it's not nonstop action. There are some really cool scenes in there that are really memorable. You're like, nice. Oh, I love how they shot this. There's great tension. Nice. He's got to like rescue this girl in the house, and the way they shoot it, it's like you really feel like you're there. But
it looked good. I bought it. I just haven't gotten around to watching it yet.
Interesting. Yeah. So highly recommended. And what that has a French director, same with JCVD.
Okay.
It has that in common. So I'm just like, and now his Netflix movies with a French director, I'm like, maybe he's just really good at French directors.
You just reminded me. There was something else I wanted to ask you. Give me 1 second, though. We got Rob from Entertainment Talk Nation in the house. There we go. Cyborg poster in the background.
Dude,
That's what I'm talking about.
Literally subscribe to my channel because of this poster. They're like, "Oh, that cyborg poster, new sub." I'm like, "Yeah, it's working, man."
I think I need to get a cyborg poster. Man.
You increase your sub count, man.
There we go. Jay says, "Samurai, did you lose hope on Van Damme when he starred in the movie with Dennis Rodman?" Now, which samurai are you talking to?
That's true. That's true. Yeah, there are.
But I'll let you answer that. Go ahead.
I didn't. You know, he's still. I'm pretty sure Knockoff came after that, or did Knockoff come after Double Team?
Yeah, that was a second.
I mean, the thing is, like,
that was a second Troy Hart movie.
They weren't as good, you know. And Van Damme talks about how great that could have been when it was just called The Colony. And then it became more cartoonish when they got Dennis Rodman involved and stupid jokes like the basketball parachute and all kinds of ridiculousness. Yeah. But I would be really curious if it would just remain The Colony and be more serious, because I love that aspect of having all these like supposed dead dudes doing CIA shit on the island. Yeah. And then I'm always down for like a badass escape, which is why I mentioned Tango and Cash earlier. Like a cool prison escape. So any kind of like plan for a cool escape, it's like that's one of my favorite things in like a movie. So
here we go. Knockoff is fun action trash. There you go.
There you go.
I think I saw Knockoff in theater. I think I did. There's some moments I like that moment at the end where he's like sliding around in the water shooting, you know, straight up Hong Kong stuff, and he's like sliding like this, shooting dudes.
Yeah,
it's kind of fun.
There's some fun fight scenes at the end of that, and
it's fun. It just felt like something was missing, right? Like it felt like there was more movie or more meat missing from it. It was kind of weird.
It was definitely an odd one. You know.
Here we go. What's Viking's favorite band? Yeah, just do that from now, guys. Viking and Samurai. Otherwise, we're gonna be like, who's that? What's Viking's favorite Van Damme movie? I flip flop between Time Cop and Cyborg, with Bloodsport sneaking in every now and then.
Interesting. Lionheart, man.
That's your favorite?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Oh, wow. I thought it was Bloodsport. Wow.
Well, I mean, it's so, you know how his Bloodsport slides in with Cyborg and Time Cop? I mean, Bloodsport kind of pokes his head up there, but I don't know, man. Just the character in Lionheart, it's so fucking emotional, man. In the end, it's just it's so different, because you think, like, this kind of movie, like, they killed his brother. You think, okay, he's going to come here and just fucking destroy those dudes, but it has nothing to do with that. He's like just trying to make some money to help out the family and buy the niece a bike. It's like, you know, how could you not like this guy?
Right.
But there's something that has to be said about Sheldon Lettich and Van Damme. Like, and I know they worked on a few movies together, but Lionheart and Double Impact.
Yeah.
I mean, those are good.
Yeah. Double Impact.
Yeah, they just work so well together, those guys.
Double Impact is badass. It's a lot of fun. And you get a Bolo rematch.
Oh, yeah, Bolo rematch.
And a fun fact for those of you that don't know, Michael Kasai, is that how you said his name? Kasai?
Oh, I always say Michel Kesey.
Okay, Kesey.
Kesey.
Oh, I'm fucking it up.
I mean, we might both be butchering.
That's his brother.
Butchering it worse, though.
I know I am. I'm horrible with names. That's his brother he's fighting at the end of Lionheart.
Oh, yeah. No, that is Abdel Kesey, who used to actually fight heavyweight boxing, and then he played the Mongolian dude in The Quest.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah.
So don't fuck with that family.
Yeah, don't fuck with that family. But here's the thing. So Tong Po is in Lionheart, too.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys from the French Foreign Legion trying to bring Van Damme's character back.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. So this is what I wanted to ask you earlier. So I didn't get a chance to watch this video yet, but what's going on with this?
So, you know, it's cool because one of the guys who's in the movie, one of the actors, you know, commented on a video, and then and he gave a shitload of information in his comment. Okay. And I looked him up on IMDb, and I looked at his, I clicked him, okay, this is the real dude. That's his YouTube page. He literally put videos of himself talking. So this is the real guy. But I basically just shared what he said in that comment and made a video of it because it was a big ass comment, and that's about the best latest news I've heard of the Eagle Path, Frenchie, Full Love,
there it
Soldiers.
is.
I mean, minimum, it had 4 different titles. Oh, and here's the thing. There's a connection to the raid. So they initially shot footage in 2008.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be done, but then it never got released. And then Van Damme seen the raid, and he's like, wow, that movie's fucking good. Let's reshoot some action shit to put in this. And they did, I think, in 2011 and 2012. So it's got footage from 2008 and like 2012. So I don't know what's going on with it.
But it's coming out? Or we don't know?
They're saying it's coming out this year. Like, they're saying it will come out this year. And that dude said it was going to come out this year. So
right. So this is the new hashtag save the Snyder cut. It's hashtag save the Frenchie cut. Yeah, because otherwise people are not gonna believe it's actually gonna come out. But I just wanted to ask you about that. Okay, because I've always heard rumors of there's the one Van Damme movie that's just on the shelf. People are asking when is it coming out. So okay, so there's a hope. There's more of a possibility now.
It sounds like it's going to do it. And he funded it himself, man. It was just his passion project.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I've seen his daughter and his son in action, and they're legit too.
Yeah.
How come they're not in solo movies? I know they've starred in his movies, but especially her. Like, she's marketable, man.
She's marketable, and she was trying to play one of the females in Mortal Kombat. Like, so Van Damme had this reality show, like, I think in 2012 called Behind Closed Doors, and she was auditioning at that time, which obviously they didn't have doing the Mortal Kombat movie till recently.
Right.
But as far as like why neither one of them broke, it's hard to say, man. It's not fucking easy. Like,
no, it's not.
Like I don't know, man.
Speaking of, we're gonna get some Viking Samurai in a movie one day. What's going on?
Yeah, sure. Somebody cast me, man. I still maintain in the body.
You got martial arts. You got the look, right? And if you need a Tong Po who's kind of just said, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna work out anymore," show up to fight this guy. Hey, cast me too. But yeah, I was going to ask you, you're such a big martial arts action movie fan. You got the physique and the moves. Did you ever think about?
I was like living in Southern California years ago, and I did auditions and stuff, and stuff that hasn't been released, and then some like trailer for a movie they were trying to pitch.
Yeah.
That never got released. That one was actually kind of fun because we had like a real, crew, not like so much independent, but people who actually worked on real studio shit working on that. So it's like that one actually looked pretty good.
Yeah. Keep trying.
But in general, though, no. I mean, I tried, but it ain't easy, man. Like it's interesting if you think about it. Like Southern California is one of the most expensive places to live, right? And you obviously have to have a job and work. Yet you have these auditions in the middle of the fucking day where with traffic, you'd be gone for like 2 hours. So it's not the easiest thing to pursue, and it's pretty fucking annoying. Yeah. Like, oh, that was a shit audition. I wasted 2 fucking hours, Yeah. But I don't know, man.
All I want is a fight scene. Just run in there as a thug number 5, getting a good fight. The hero cracks my neck or shoots me or something. I'm good. I'm happy. I've lived the dream. I've lived the dream. Yeah. But yeah, man. Hey, who knows what'll happen now that you're on YouTube?
Yeah, you never know, man.
Yeah, you might get more eyes on you. Yeah. So who knows? But yeah, a lot of great movies from Van Damme. And here's the thing. You know us, we could talk for hours on this stuff.
Sure.
Like, we didn't even get a chance to go through everyone from the old guard, but we love them all, goddammit. Like Arnold, Sly, Van Damme, Chuck Norris. Let's not forget the old guard. Sonny Chiba, Bruce Lee, you know what I'm saying?
Charles Bronson, man. He was the
Gordon
man before Stallone.
Gordon Liu. Yeah, Charles Bronson, Clint Eastwood, Steve McQueen. Let's go back, son. That's right. But yeah, we love them all. Jackie Chan, Sammo, there's too many, goddammit.
There's a
lot.
And
we even love some of the new guard that's some might consider old guard now. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I support Michael Jai White.
Michael Jai White, man. Yeah. Now, I did a video.
I didn't watch it yet.
I did a video comparing Sudden Death with Welcome to Sudden Death.
Why did you do that? It's not fair.
Have you seen Welcome to Sudden Death?
I saw the trailer, and that's all I needed to see.
Oh my god! Like, so here's the thing, man. Like, I like Michael J. White. I talked positive about him.
Me too.
But not the movie. Not the movie, because I compared it to the original Sudden Death.
Yeah.
And if you watch them both, and I revisit it, I'm just like, they're not even on the same fucking universe, you know?
No.
Like,
I just, all I needed to see was the trailer, you know? And
yeah, and that's like showing you the good parts. You know, I'm just saying, it's just like when you watch it, you're just, no, if you watch my video on it, breaking it down, I talk about how, like, the janitor guy is in a different fucking movie than the villain. Like, these two people can't be in the same fucking movie with what they're doing and how they're acting. It makes no fucking sense. There's no consistency. These are like separate movies, man.
I have some information for you that I'll tell you when we're off the air.
Okay.
I have some.
Wait, so you secretly
you can't share. Movie? You can't. No. Damn it! You found me out.
Yeah, it's your fault, man.
Damn it. But yeah, I have some information. You can't share it with no one else, though.
No, that's fine. You know how many people have been telling me things I can't share, and I've not shared any of this shit, but I got so much stuff I could put on the channel that I never will, because people like you are telling me shit that I can't share. And honestly, if you're going to tell me that, I'm not going to fucking share it, man.
All right, I appreciate it. It. Samurai Code of the
Just make
Bushido.
Sure you do the live feed though first.
I know, right? Let me tell you something about but yeah. It's just like with Van Damme. We love Van Damme. We love all these guys, but sometimes they don't make great movies. But this is with every actor. This is from every great director. Look at James Cameron. Made some of the greatest movies of all time. Again. And now we got Avatar. Sorry, Rob. But it's like, Van Damme's derailed. Like, all these legends, they're gonna go like this. You know what I mean? So, but as long as they know, we still support them. You know?
Yeah, we'll support them anyway.
But yeah, if we had the time to talk about all our favorites, this would be like 8-hour stream, which I'm cool with. But I know you got things. I know you got things to do. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. This was a great time. I actually don't really want to end it, but we should probably end it.
Yeah, I guess it's been 2 hours, but no, time flies, man.
When you're having fun.
I guess you could have watched half of Avatar. How I've been
I'd rather spend time with you and talk about martial arts movies. It's more fun. So chat, don't forget to check out David Anthony's channel, Viking Samurai. Support the samurais. That's right.
Help out, man. I need all the stuff I can get, all the likes I can get.
I'm trying to catch up to you. What are you talking about? But yeah, go over there. I'm telling you, when you start watching these type of videos right here, bam, you're going to go down the rabbit hole. You're not going to stop. All right, there's a lot of good stuff. And for all you comic book fans out there, yes, he's into the comic books.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Oh, you got that, man. I do a really good Wolverine.
Yeah. There you go.
I tried Superman, but I'm more Wolverine.
There you go. Team Marvel, Team DC. You're now Team Viking Samurai. He supports both. There you go. Don't you love? Am I good? Am I good or what? Right?
You're really good. Pulling some nice pictures of me out there.
I'm expecting my paycheck later from you. I appreciate that.
That's what you want to talk to me about after this.
But yeah, a lot of good videos, chat. Head over to his channel. Make sure you subscribe and binge watch. A lot of good stuff over there. And I know you were asking earlier about the video to go with Van Damme. Because you saw the Stallone one.
Yeah,
you saw the Sly. Yeah, you saw the Sly. That's right. You saw what was the other one? The Seagal. We got to end it.
Yep.
Yeah, we got to end it right. We got to do it right. If I can find the damn video. Hold on a second. I'm almost there. God damn it. Here we go, baby. For Van Damme fans, this is for you.
You got the splits, man. I want to see you do the splits. I thought you were going to do a Dim Mock video.
No. I said, fuck it. We gonna do
that. Break the bottom DVD case or something.
No, you got to do the dance. It's one of the greatest dance sequences ever. Speaking of dance sequences, I know you know about Van Damme's dance sequence with Tom Poe and Breakin'.
Oh, Breakin', yeah.
Tom Poe was there too.
No, he was. He was pushing dudes out the way so Van Damme could jump and do the splits, you know?
Van Damme is doing all this. I'm like, look at this dude.
That's
this
so
is
funny.
hilarious.
He had like his Tarzan outfit on, you know?
I will be seen in the camera, goddammit. But yeah, we have fun here. We always have fun. And Movie Dojo Army, they love seeing me play that clip of me goofing around. The best thing about me doing the Van Dams there with the missus is her trying to keep a straight face the whole time, and then she just breaks. That's just the best part about that video. I broke too. I couldn't hold it that long. But yeah, thanks again, all you badasses, for watching today, hanging out with both samurais. Make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to like the videos and subscribe and share, and check out our merchandise store. And don't forget, you can now join to become a member of the channel and then support the old samurai over here, the older samurai. Support him. We appreciate you guys watching. Tomorrow, I might do a live Q&A, or maybe around 8 p.m. and hang out with all you badasses. We always have a good time hanging out. And Thursday, this week's Versus episode, we're going to do American. We're switching it up. We've been doing martial arts and action for a while. This week, we're going to go horror. We're doing American Werewolf in London versus The Howling. That's this week. And next week, Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, as of right now, I'm going to have veteran, that's right, Hong Kong martial arts stuntman, badass, Robert Samuels, will be here on the channel on Monday. And Tuesday, it's just going to be me one-on-one with Rick Myers on Tuesday. Just me and him hanging out. And a lot of good things coming to the channel, a lot of good stuff. I don't have a lot of reviews up this week, guys, or trailer reactions, because construction outside the house, I can't really do anything. They're gone right now, so I'm at least able to stream for the rest of the week. But a lot of good movie reviews coming. The Movie Dojo, the next movie review is, I'm going to review Russian Raid. Have you heard of that, David?
Russian Raid? No.
I know. But yeah, a lot of good stuff coming. But I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Pacific time, and we'll go from there. Thanks again for watching. We see you badasses next time. Keep kicking.